Oh my god. Good lord. Hello everyone. How are we all doing? Now I need to make sure that all my stuff is working. I think it is. How are we all? I am really hot. It is extremely warm in this room. Extremely warm, in fact. I am actually dying. Also, minor panic started a minute late. A minute late, gang. And that is because one of my kids came through and said, "Dad, why is the radiator on?" Yeah, for some reason, all the batteries in the thermostat died, and when the batteries in the thermostat die, the boiler goes, well, we don't want anyone to freeze to death, so then it starts putting the heating on. So I had to sprint around the house trying to find a bunch of batteries to stop the boiler from heating us all to 1,000,000 degrees until we die. So yeah, just a little bit, just been a bit stressy to start with, but how are you lot? Are you all good? I'm going to drip horribly until this fan kicks in. How are we all? May I interest you in Hashut Chaos God number 6 agenda? I mean, I would be interested in that. Sound off! Sound off. Let's have a hello. I want to be able to say hello to everyone, and I want to be able to keep track of it. Oh my god. Oh, the stress. It's just not on. Oh, also, why is my bitrate so low? What is this about? Why is the bitrate garbage? Oh, hell no. Right, we're doing something about this right now. I think I can change this on the fly, right? Let's find out. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. Come on, up a bit more, up a bit more, up a bit more. There. That might hopefully be better. Okay, so everyone's melting. Hello, Papaya. Hello, Shelley, Jason, Paul, Boris, Attacco, Alpine, Zenkai, Max Ways. I think I got that right. Angus. Hello, Angus. Hello, Cosmoverse Nobody, Jared, Jason, Karen Commissar, Lilgoth, the Atomir. Yeah, Nordstrom, it's terrible. Hello, Dalia Comey. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Kyle, Piz Whizzle, Julian, Patrick, Tico, Evie, They Who Thirst, Josh, Void Imperatrix. Paul, it's a pain in the arse, and I don't like it. Hello, Michael. Hello, the Wang Fu incident. Hello to Gitman's take. Oh, sorry, to Gitman's take 2. Apologies. The chat moved as I was reading it. Kurisu, we always have tech issues. Every time. Hello, Hex. Yeah, it's gross. It's just gross. It's gross. It's gross here, and I'm not a fan. I'm just not having it. It's disgraceful. Disgusting. Oh! Papaya Pariah, what an absolute legend. What a lovely person you are. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Those of you who have received a gifted from Papaya, please do say thank you. Also, 10 months. Solid. Solid work. Oh, Craven, 15 months. A Ritualist as well. What a hero. I'm hoping to maybe... I'm not going to lie. I've been testing doing more live streams, but it's a little bit unstable. I don't know what's going on, but my internet drops fairly regularly at the moment, which makes things a little bit tricky. It's almost like you need a stable connection for this sort of thing, but I'm just powering through it for today. I do apologise now for the fact that, frankly, I'm going to be kind of gross to look at this evening, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's 30-something degrees in this room, and that's just how it is. So, oh, welcome in, J-Bond. Love your work. Amazing. As always, there is the option to make what's-her-face Doreen talk I've tested her. She does work, allegedly. She worked earlier anyway. It's true. The UK, for whatever reason, it's just... We don't do internet very well, and I don't know why that is, but I wish it would stop. Makes things very difficult. I'm prepared. I have a glass of cider, so I'm ready to go. For whatever they throw at us, I'm ready to go. Real life always comes first, J-Bond, every single time. But thank you very much for joining back up, now you're able to. Doreen is fickle, but Doreen does work. I did test her. I don't have any t-shirts that aren't black. Raveny. Like, they're pretty much all black in some way, shape or form. Apart from the ones I exercise in. One of those is grey and the other one's blue, and then the other one's black. So... Oh, welcome in, the Wang Fu incident. What a name. I'm loving that. Oh, and Mateus. Absolutely lovely. Oh, I tell you what, I'm blown away by all of this. It's been a long time since I've streamed. I'd forgotten what it's like to have people be nice to you. It's hot, Tyler. Tyler, the weather is technically nice if you like hot, damp weather.
I'll be the judge of Doreen's functionality.
Oh, look at that. Nice one. Jason, there you go. Thank you very much for testing out Doreen. As you can see, she is currently on board. What have I been working on? I finished this lad the other day. I finished this fella. Absolutely gross. Disgusting. I love it. I love it. It's a horrible, horrible model. Which I put down in front of the party for D&D and went, there you go. Deal with this. So yeah. Very happy with that. It's grim. Grim and terrible.
Hope you're doing well, Kirioth. Love the content. Fingers crossed for Chorfs. Yeah. Crossed
100%.
fingers, light skin tone. Crossed fingers, light skin tone. Crossed fingers, light skin tone.
Oh no, Doreen. Oh dear. Thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, I want Chaos Dwarfs. I want it like you wouldn't believe. Guitar playing's going quite well at the moment, but only because I've given up trying to... When I say given up trying to improve, I'm still trying to improve, but I've been doing a lot of, like, just ambient noodling recently, which has been a lot of fun and very relaxing when it's horrible temperatures, which it currently is. Oh, before I forget, now, I'm trying something for this preview. So, we're going to do a little bit of testing early on, which I know is what everyone wants to hear when they're watching a stream covering a preview. But, I have set it up so that if I want to talk over the hosts, it'll drop the volume on the stream, and then when I stop talking, it then puts the volume of the stream back up to where it should be. So we should be equal volume, and then if I want to say something, I'll drop it down, and then I'll put it back up again. And that'll hopefully fix the audio issues from the last stream, because the audio was an absolute catastrophe last time. I wasn't happy with that at all. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'll do my best. It's lovely having you back, J-Bond. Oh, Mike Spilligan. Love it. Look, I'll be honest, Mike. I haven't quite put together all of the nights yet. I haven't quite put those together. Look, I've had other stuff, which I also haven't been able to do much with. But look, there's going to be a video on these next week. Oh no, my headphones. That's on the floor now. Grab that. I've got War Machine stuff. Look. Steamforge Games very, very kindly sent me out some War Machine, which I'm going to record the video for this box on Monday, and then I'm going to record the video for the other box to go out the week after, because I've got 2 of these boxes. So we're going to go over all the models inside. I'll be honest, I'm not fussed about that airbrush. I know I knocked it over, but it was, I believe, £20 off Amazon. Here's what happens, right? I get a cheap airbrush off Amazon to put streak and grime and stuff through, and then when it dies, after, you know, a year of use, I simply buy another one. I've been through, I think that is the second one of that type. I've also been through 2 Badger airbrushes that are just like, they are the cheapest ones you can buy. Which is also why they don't last very long, because they're impossible to clean, because they're so goddamn cheap and you can't take them apart properly. So yeah, that being on the floor, whatever. Oh, thank you for dropping in, Chris. No, don't be silly. Don't worry about that. I hope your new job is going well. That is my favourite Birthday Massacre album. 100%. Hello, 15GM. Oh, sorry, the Games Workshop stream is going to start in 14 minutes. So we're not that far off. We're not that far off. Oh god, this Tartarus Terminators thing is so stupid. Oh, I've got a fan, and it's on. But it's just gross and hot in here, and it's not doing a huge amount. You know what, I'm gonna turn it up one. I don't like the idea of having a bunch of noise in the background, but I'm also dying over here. So there we go. Can you hear that? Does that make any difference, or is it just me being all like, oh, I don't like noise?
Doreen reminds me of Holly from Red Dwarf. Bit of cash to get another cider on board.
Oh.
Stay cool, my man.
Thank you very much, J-Bond. I was hoping I would, like, get a bit less hot, like, as we started, because I'd have dealt with the fact the radiators were on. Oh my god, that's making me jump. Hang on. Oh, the preview thing is started then. That's same level of noise? Oh well, then that's fine then. Okay, so it looks like the preview show has gone live. It's not started yet, but it has, like, you know what I mean. Let's do a quick test. There we go. That's running. That's running nicely. Okay, we're going to use this opportunity to do a little bit of, yeah, Swoop. The batteries in the thermostat died, and our boiler is set up so that if the batteries in the thermostat die, it turns the heating on, because if that happens like midwinter and you're old, you'll die. So that's why it's set up that way, and I've not worked out how to change it.
I missed my KTV streams. Much love. As for the reveals themselves, I was thinking about getting into Legion's Imperialis. Good time to get into.
Oh, thank you very much, Starbug. I honestly, I hate to be massively unhelpful off the back of that, but I don't really know how much, like, how many people are into Legion's Imperialis at the moment. I genuinely have no idea. I think it might be one of those systems at this point that's got like a smaller but very dedicated community. That's the way it feels anyway. Okay, I'm going to unmute this. Right now, I've got the sound on the lower setting. So if I then stop talking and press this button, is that a decent volume? Was that a decent volume? So as soon as I start talking, I can just turn it down again. I'll mute it for now, though. For myself as well. And we also don't need to really look at it, do we? Because there's like 10 minutes of this. Probably have to catch up with reveals later because the kids are running around. That's fair. Mine have been told to... no. Maybe a little bit louder? Okay. If the music is a bit quiet, then it'll be a bit quieter again when the guys are talking. So I will put it up a little bit. Just a couple of decibels. There we go. That should hopefully sort it out. I'm amazed that, like, Stream Elements is doing the thing. I'm very happy about that. That's nice. That's very nice. Because, frankly, I was worried it was all going to collapse. Votann Apothecary? I mean, it's possible. Who knows what else the Votann could get? You know, it's moments like this, as you're sitting there literally dripping, that you start to think, maybe VTubers have got the right idea. You know? Maybe VTubers are where it's at. Maybe I just get like a model of myself made, so that it doesn't matter, you know? It doesn't matter that I'm sitting here sweating to death in 87% humidity when it feels like 26 degrees outside and it's 30 plus in this room. Maybe they're the smart ones, you know? Maybe they're the smart ones. Maybe they know where it's at. I mean, I'm happy to, you know, give myself a comically large chest. That's fine. Smoog, send some of that freezing energy over here. Just reuse the asset from Adric. Oh, there's an idea. Yeah, the humidity right now is absolutely gross. It's genuinely disgusting. It's the kind of humidity where you walk out the door and you immediately become wet. Not because it's raining, but simply because the air is damp. You know what, Smoog? I have meant to get my hair sorted so it's actually a colour again for months now, and I just never get round to it. There's always something else to do, you know? There's just always other things. Oh, there's no AC. There's no AC here. AC does not really exist in the UK. At least not in like people's houses. You might find it in shops, and even then only like really big stores, but yeah, there's no AC in residential buildings in the UK. I can walk around where I live and I know which houses have AC because you can count them, and it is 3 out of an estate that I think is close to 300 houses. We just don't do AC here. I mean, we should now.
Would really love a big Votann release. I'm pumped for Dwarfs. What are you hoping to see?
I mean, more Votann would be cool. I'm mostly excited about the idea of Chaos Dwarves, and I really want to see if they produce a bunch of the siege engines again. That's what I'm really like. I would love to see that. Also, the idea of new Terminators, like new Terminator kits. That would be really fun. Horus Heresy, you know, either Cataphractile or Tartarus Terminator kits would be kind of cool to see them upscaled a bit and reworked, because I love Terminators, so. Also, hello Synergy, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're good. You can install it, Titanium Legman. That's totally a thing you can do. But the thing is that even this month, yeah, it's really hot today, and we've had stints of it being hot for like properly hot for like a week, but then it's also been fine for 4 or 5 days. Now it's hot again, but the temperature's going to drop down to like 20 degrees tomorrow with 16-mile-an-hour winds or whatever. So there's just no point. Like, it's awful in the UK for... If you're pushing it 3 weeks out of the year, and then you just don't use it. You just don't use it the rest of the time. So I just sort of struggle through it. And then for like the next 2 weeks, apparently, it's going to go down to like 20 degrees. So just, what's the point, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. It's not consistently needed. It's just, I think that's why people still don't put them in new builds. Because it's like, okay, well, you could have AC in every room. You're going to use it for like 15 days of the year. Why? You know? Oh, Tushan, it's the thing is though, like summer is getting as bad as winter in the UK for old people dying. So, but yeah, we sort of get steamed to death when we have our little heat waves, which we are currently in the middle of one now. So it's like, what you do is you bitch incessantly for 5 days straight, and then you don't worry about it, and that's it. Yeah, but Bob, this is also a contributing thing of the house being too hot because of heating malfunction. So I was actually doing pretty well until the whole house started heating up. More than it already was. There's a lot of running around searching for batteries, trying to avoid the radiators as they go on. All of that that caused a lot of the heat and a lot of the stress. It's dying down now because the fan's on and it's helping.
Aside from dwarf hype, what do you think GW wants to reveal for 40k Marines, like salamanders and fists? Updated characters, maybe.
You know what? I reckon I think maybe an upgrade sprue.
Heat pumps would be key. They can heat and cool the home.
You know what? That's not a bad shout actually, Carl. Oh, we've got thingies. We've got thingies on the website. Okay, let's have a look at the website quickly. Let's see what we can see. Or do you want to not see? Do you want to not see? Do you want to just wait until the thing starts? Why am I so far over? Because if you want to wait and we just see the stream as opposed to spoiling with the shadows, you know what? I've just looked at the shadows. I'm not going to show you. Let's just wait for the stream. Because honestly, at half of it, I know what it is now. It's so like, okay, well, there you go. Let's go in blind. Let's go in blind.
Kiri, what would your take on some CSM Terminators be? Like, say, Red Butchers?
Oh, welcome in, Yorgi. Thank you very much for joining the club. Honestly, I feel like Khorne... how do I phrase this without annoying people who play World Eaters? I feel like the World Eaters lineup is one of the most samey lineups that Games Workshop has ever done, and introducing something like Red Butchers, even though they are still close combat, would at least introduce something a little bit different. Maybe not a huge amount different, but a little bit. Just a variation on the theme, you know? That'd be kind of nice. I'd quite like that. There's definitely a bit of... Well, that's another one of those guys then. Whenever you look at the World Eaters lineup, it's... Yeah. Hello, Noxim. The 8-bound were not my favourite thing. And then they introduced that character that was just an 8-bound but bigger. And I don't even know if he was that much bigger. He looked pretty on par. And I was just like, wow. Cool. We've got the same unit, like the same guy as all of the other guys, but slightly kit-bashed. Just a tiny bit kit-bashed. I've just noticed as well, I never do this. Well, that's not true. I do it on my stream, but I don't do it outside of that. Nearly 600 people watching, only 94 likes. The like is free. You know, throw one up there. Chuck one in. Throw your hat in the ring, or whatever the phrase is. That's not it. The different streams I'm watching with my UK Warhammer guys, they're all sweating. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Is it just a collection of bearded idiots melting on camera? I bet it is, isn't it? We've all got beards. Have you noticed that? Why have we all got beards? Why have all the blokes got beards? All of them. It really is just leaning into like the sweaty neckbeard character. We should be better than this, you know? We should be, but we're not. Oh, here we go.
Welcome. We are very excited to welcome you today to the big summer Warhammer preview. My name is Adam Troke. I'm joined by my friend and colleague Eddie Eccles, and it is our delight to host this show.
Yeah, very exciting. We have a big preview today.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of Warhammer. We've got stuff from all sorts of different settings, from Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, some Horus Heresy in the mix there as well. There's a little bit of something for everybody. It's fair to say.
I'm not shaving.
Let's talk about
It doesn't apply to me, I'm not shaving.
Maybe this is your first Warhammer preview you've joined in. We are your hosts, but we are not alone. We have the excellent Simon Grant sat over there in question.
Speaking of two netbeards, harsh. Harsh.
On behalf of Eddie and Adam, so if you do have any questions that you'd like to ask them, please start
Do
your
a poll.
question
Who
with
has a
question
beard and
in
who
big
doesn't?
Letters, capital letters at the start of all your comments, and I will do my best to.
That's actually a great idea. We should do a beard poll, shouldn't we? Oh, also, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign.
Proceedings to try and field a few of those questions. We have a lot of content to cover off. We think we're going to be here for between an hour and 90 minutes.
Mr. President, there's been a third beard.
Bear with us and we'll do our best. We're aware the chat is still filling up. There's people flooding in from around the world. So the first thing I'd like to do is throw a question out there.
There's something going on with
Let us know where in the world you're from.
with the quality on Adam. What is that? Is that just on me, or is that happening? Is that happening elsewhere?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of Horus Heresy hobby.
Very nice. You said you were going to.
I did, and I did. So I've got some white scars on my table at the moment, got them all sprayed up, and I've started painting a jet bike, but using some of the Horus Heresy transfers on the side, so it looks very nice.
An hour and 90 minutes?
I've also got some Space Wolves. I bought the new Space Wolf box. Like a lot of people, very excited by the new Space Wolf army as well.
Very, even as a Dark Angels fan,
it's a lovely box.
tempting.
I think that has brought a lot of people to Fenris.
Curio
How about
isn't
yourself? Have you been
sweating.
doing-
Well,
He's
I will
using
add you
sex
are. The
appeal.
short answer is yes. I bought
God bless you, Christian. God bless you.
yesterday, and I'm going to have a crack at that. I've not really painted Kill Team stuff. I've always used things from my main army. The other thing, it's only went to the Throne of Skulls with my good friend Damien O'Byrne, and we brought home a gold medal, which was super fun to play so many games of the Middle-earth Strategy Battle game together with so many lovely. Huge shout out, I met a father and son team who'd flown all the way across to join in from the US, and they're now hiking, backpacking around the mountains
What
somewhere
an
in Spain.
unexpected journey.
Literally. Tremendous. So I hope you get to tune in wherever you are.
It really is. There is something horrendous going on as they move. Is it on the stream, like, without? Like, is this an OBS thing? Is mine doing it? To my...
Wonderful. So we've got folks.
No, because he's fine.
Canada, USA,
He's fine.
pretty much all over the globe. Someone's claiming they're moving from Caliban. I'm not sure the truth of that one.
Only the very best among us could possibly come from such an estimable place.
This company is worth, like, £1 billion.
90 minutes.
Why is their green screen, or whatever it is, set up so badly that they are phasing in and out of reality?
Right, so
What? Guys, come on, please.
Go with the new guy. He's a little bit peculiar, but just bear with, okay?
Cool.
These look really solid already. This is a good start. I've turned it down because the music will get this stream copyright claim. Ooh! Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Okay, what we've done is we've taken the Votann and we've given them massive mechs so that they're the same size as Primaris. That is... Oh no, they're not that big. They're not as big as I thought. Yeah, no, they're pretty big. They are pretty sizable. Anyway, let's see what they say. This looks solid. This looks solid.
Characters to add to the army. There's some new vehicles, all sorts of stuff. So there's the kind of shot of the full army there, but let's take a closer look at some of the specific models, specific units being added into the force. We'll start with the Arcanist Evaluator.
Yeah, so within the Leagues of Votann...
Is that just a genuine real word they've used? The Arcanist Evaluator? Good lord. That head is ludicrous. Look at that bare head. That is... They've just gone full, like... Who am I thinking of with that head? There's something a bit like... oh, what's his name? A bit Eggman about it? A bit like Jim Carrey Robotnik. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I think the helmeted version is more my thing, because they have just made him look like an insane scientist, which I'm not sure I'm a big fan of, but you know. The gun looks experimental and hilarious because of it, but not in a bad way. I love that sort of thing where it looks like someone has just built something and they don't know how it works, but they're going to use it anyway. I love that look. That is great. The power pack is pretty fun. It's also got, I've just noticed, a massive, like, blast apron thing in front of him. Like a ballistics vest or something. Presumably in case the gun explodes. Right? I mean, that's got to be why he's wearing it. It's in case the gun goes crunch and... Scrap heap challenge gun! What a pull. Love it. Ooh. Oh. This is solid. And what the hell? That is incredible. An Ironkin as well. Like, that is solid. That is awesome. I love that. That is fantastic. I love the pose on the hands. His various floaty sort of recon devices or whatever they are. That is great. That is really cool. Robot in a trench coat with a bunch of gubbins. I'm in. I'm 100% in. Absolutely 100% in for this. Stumpy Castellan. Sounds like a tribute act, but I don't know who for. I really like that. I really like it.
And his main pair of arms he's used to sort of hold in his contemplative state, which is the exact pose that I have when I'm considering my movement phase in Warhammer 40,000.
And if you want to...
I don't think that's true. I don't think that is the pose he takes. I'm just saying. I don't think that's accurate. This is again proof that any model already cool can be made cooler with a trench coat. Oh, okay. We need to hear more about these. The Steel Jacks. God lord.
Eddie, what's the story?
Yeah, so this is the Ironkin Steeljacks. They are a specialist, kind of more warrior type of Ironkin. A lot of the Ironkin are fairly sort of helpful. They're kind of
they
default
fill normal civilian roles in society.
Default state is a sort of friendly, affable helpers for the Leagues of Votann for the kin. These are a much more warlike programming, so they march out actively into battle seeking conflict. They are in very large suits of armour, so they stand kind of almost twice the height of a kin or a League of Votann warrior, and they have got some pretty decent weaponry as well.
That's interesting. It being specified as being in a suit of armour, so does that mean there is a normal-sized Ironkin within a larger robot suit? Because if that's true, then what we have is a robot piloting a mech suit, which is which is fun, but a little silly. But you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I think these look really cool. These look super interesting to me. They're very fun. I like the use of like leather and material and stuff around parts of the legs and the shoulders and things. That kind of ties them into all the other infantry that Votann have got, so that's really fun. The heads look great as well. Oh, what?
Some really strong energy from that sort of rogue trader era. Do you remember mole mortars for squat
Very
armies?
well, yes.
So these are sort of inverse artillery.
Oh, Killer Kriegsman, Ritualist, absolutely love your work. Welcome in. Thank you so much.
They burrow in on the enemy and emerge in a trench line, in a bunker, and just blow everyone to Kingdom Come.
Each one of these is a really lovely sort of diorama in their own right as well. So you can see the kin there working with the Iron Kin, loading up the artillery. You can see one.
I have to say, I'm in for big Ironkin, and these are great. These are really, really fun. I love the look of the artillery. I like the control panel on the front of it. I love the way you've got like 3 crew members on each base. Proper little diorama each time. And there's a mole mortar? Like, come on. That's badass, and you know it.
It's 2 things. You can see here the Capricus Defender. We'll show you the Capricus Carrier in a minute. Essentially, it is either a sort of attack vehicle for the Hernkin, or it's a transport vehicle. They've got so this is the carrier.
Okay, so we've got either transport or shooting people for these. Dual option. I don't like these as much as the bikes. I'll say that right now. I don't think they're bad. But they're not. I'm not finding these as exciting as the other stuff that's been showed off already. Like, the problem is that for me, the first like 4 things we saw were all solid gold. So this is just kind of like, yeah, it's alright. But that's just me. I mean, that's also what, the 3rd transport they've got now? They've got the big one, they've got the little one, now they've got this one. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, hover buggy, neat idea. Iffy on execution. I think I'm right there with you on that.
There's also a new combat patrol for the Leagues of Votann on the way. We're all familiar with combat patrols if we're familiar with Warhammer 40,000. If you're new, let me explain what they do. It's a fantastic way to start.
So the new combat patrol, in true Games Workshop fashion, contains none of the cool new shit they've just shown off. Because of course it doesn't. And that annoys me. And it shouldn't annoy me. It shouldn't. I should know. I know how these things work. We know how these things work. We know how they do stuff. They were not going to put the new stuff in the box. Of course they weren't. But at the same time...
opinion, I expect the main event of this release. This is Bury Agneson. Eddie?
So Bury Agneson is the last survivor of a Leagues of Votann clan which has been consumed by the encroaching Tyrannid menace. He is known as the Thrice Devoured. A Tyrannid monster has actually eaten this guy, but that wasn't enough to keep him down. He clawed his way out of its gullet, climbed his way back out to safety 3 times, apparently,
Yep.
and now goes across the galaxy, across the kin warbands as a roving...
This guy has got the worst luck. He's been eaten 3 times and cut his way out of the Tyrannid that ate him each time. That is an insane backstory. That is mad. It's very, very fun, but it's also absolutely mental. What the hell? He does look good. He does look really good.
This guy advancing either on his own or alongside, kind of behind your forces, and swooping in on the big enemy monsters and stuff that get forward to threaten your battle line.
Yeah, and his lore really comes into it. So he's a member of, well, he's the only member now of an organisation called the Emberg Aegir Block, which is one of the Leagues of Votann. Literally wiped out down to the very last kin.
Yeah, local man literally too angry to die. You've nailed it, Yorgi. You've absolutely nailed it.
You see that played out on his model. He's got this sort of belt buckle, which very much looks like he's sort of taken some affectations from the Tyranids. He's got what looks like, we've been having quite a discussion about this, a Tyranid Prime sort of cadaver.
I think it's a
over his
Tyranid
head.
Prime that he's got over the top of his head.
Yeah.
There's a nice little nod in this model.
I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
The idea at some point.
The carapace kind of matches, doesn't it?
And this guy kind of goes, well, yeah, they were eaten by the Tyranids.
To be fair, he could also have taken bits off, you know, each of the 3 Tyranids that he crawled out of.
That outdated understanding, maybe, of what happened to that.
Oh, look at that artwork. That's pretty decent, actually. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. You know what? We're not that far into the stream, so this is a good time to check. Is the dropping of the audio for them, like reducing the volume for them when I talk and then putting it back up, is that working all right? Is that okay?
There's too much to go into in any real detail here, but a thing to cover would be those yield points, which is the sort of army-wide mechanic which underpins them.
Absolutely, yeah. So yield points effectively changes the way your army works over the course of the game, and it works in the way that the Leagues of Votann approach acquisition effectively. So early on in the game, when you haven't got very many yield points, you're getting bonuses for attacking enemy units on objectives for the most part across your army. And then later on, once you've acquired yield points, you get bonuses for having your own units on objectives. So they get better at defending them, better bonuses for their own defense, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it
so
sort of encourages you to play in that very sort of acquisition-focused way that the Leagues of Votann work.
And it's a really great mechanic, right? Because it's exactly how you win games of Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
Early on, you kick people off objectives. Later on, you hold on to the objective.
That belt buckle is sending me. It's so glowy. Okay, good. I'm glad it's working okay. I know the overall volume is a bit low. I'm working on that. That's something I keep trying to find a solution for, because I'm aware that even in videos it's a bit lower than it should be. But yeah, that is a solid start. That is a great start. I really like that.
We should show some of the models.
Let's do it, yeah.
Good lord. Ooh. Oh, this is fun. I love capitalism.
They're like normal Votann size.
Yeah, they do look good.
About the same sort of proportions though. Here you can see just how sort of
This is the kind of thing I want to see.
I think your comparison
This is the kind of thing I want to see, where we have proper, just comparable stuff showing how big stuff is, what it looks like in the flesh. Nice. Nicely done, lads. I mean, for some reason your camera is absolute dog shit, but apart from that, to be fair, it's only when they move that it looks terrible. $1 billion company.
super cool bits on it. This guy here, you can see over his shoulder, he's got like a data slate. You've got this sort of, I don't know, like loading hatch that you can model open or closed. On this side, you've got a case which has more of the shells. You get spare shells to put on their own bases. It's just a really thoughtfully designed and very exciting kit.
All of those look solid. I really like all of them. I like the big Ironkin. I like them. They're good. The proportions are a bit odd. It feels like they feel kind of lanky and very top heavy, but I think that works. It makes them look quite imposing for my money.
Wouldn't fit a full-sized kin in there, so they've given him a little tiny Ironkin, actually perfectly designed for the role.
Absolutely, and I guess the star of the show himself in many ways.
He is.
Agnir.
I'm still not on board for that. I'm still not on board for the hover ATV, but it's fine. That guy does look solid though. That is a great looking model.
Times that like his arm, bits of his arms, most of his face, perhaps a kind of unspecified amount of his body has probably been dissolved by horrible Tyranid bioacid in their stomach and things, but he's still kicking. And it also shows how durable the kin are, right? So they're specially designed by their Votann to be durable.
You know what? It is amazing what a second wave will do for an army. Like it is. This has made them feel so much more rounded out, so much more like, I don't know, it feels like more of a complete force. the robots got tired of being short. You know what? They are mechanical. Maybe they came up against Primaris and were like, why are we running around at like 3 foot? What the hell is this? We could just be bigger. We have the technology, literally.
Suits you, go knock yourself out. They're really lovely people. They're really engaged and want to, sort of make sure that you get to hear about Warhammer in the language that suits you. So
That's
and
a
if
really
you,
good initiative. I'm glad
English,
they're doing
or
that.
you're willing to take a
Seriously.
shot at it. These are our socials as well. So please come and join the conversation.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Warhammer might be like a UK, like it might be a UK company, but it's like a global brand at this point.
The easiest way to describe these is that you have a battle standard bearer and you have a new hero / lord. You could make that and call it a Tomb Prince or a Tomb King. I think it's up to you. You get a battle standard, which you can put on either thing. So if you fancy a faster moving battle standard, stick it on the horse guy. If you fancy him...
Yeah, they look fine. They look alright. New plastic. Pretty decent. The horse looks great. Compared to some of the horses that the Tomb Kings currently have access to, which, don't look great because they're old AF. These are good looking skelly boys. I'm liking the look of these.
Not just within this kit itself, but also I think things like the Tomb Guard, for example. So this isn't the only new plastic kit coming for the Tomb Kings of Khemri. We also have the Leech Priests, who are fundamental to the workings, literally, of the Tomb Kings.
Yeah, you absolutely need
Like these a lot. The like emaciated, zombified bodies. Pretty cool. Pretty good.
army marching forward. Again, this is a multi-part kit. There's some lovely options on these. You can see they're perhaps a little bit less dead than some of the other Khemri,
Yeah,
but they're still
they've got
very
some
definitely,
desiccated skin hanging
definitely
on.
desiccated. Definitely spent far too long in the desert inside a pyramid somewhere. I love
A little bit less dead. Just a little bit. Oh, I've just noticed the vulture skeleton on top of one of the standards. That's a very nice touch. Like that a lot. Little skelebird. Nice.
Sort of the perfect angle. He just looks like the artwork, and I mean that as the highest possible compliment. Tomb King veterans might be wondering if that's extra armor on the skeletal steed.
A random Britannia reveal. What, just now? Just like, oh, also, by the way, Britannia.
Armor saves in your Tomb King's army. I guess we can talk about that now. If we go across to also coming out is a new arcane journal, The War of Cetra's Fury. Cetra, the imperishable, is very, very angry. His lands have been defiled. He feels like he owns everything.
I'm pretty sure being angry is one of Cetra's defining characteristics, isn't it? I mean, famously, isn't Cetra a little, just as a general being, fairly dissatisfied? Or am I... Maybe I've got that wrong. Maybe I got that wrong. Julian. Ooh, cool book. Oh, hang on. Talking about playing smaller games. Nice.
Of looking at the lore of the old world and how they're sort of explaining the things that took place in this particular part of the Warhammer timeline.
Yeah, it's great to get some new lore for the old world as well. I think.
Yeah,
it's,
absolutely.
The team diving into the opportunities that the world allows them to have.
And see what I mean about the artwork, right? Sort of the guy in the centre, like it just in this piece, it really just screams the imagery that we saw before. I love it. There's another.
That is a cool looking arcane journal. Oh, hang on. Also, Cathay, just thrown out at the end there. We've got new Tomb King stuff. We've got a new arcane journal for Tomb Kings, and this one as well. Quick, show the other one.
Happening in the north, and is concerned that it's going to gain too much traction. So loads ships full of Grand Cathayan soldiers and sails to the Empire, sets up an enclave, and helps to try and stymie this chaos invasion. In real terms,
Old World 1.5e is probably a good way of looking at it, to be honest.
including the opportunity to have an allied force of Grand Cathay and the Empire of Man.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
That is
We've
really
never had
cool,
anything
yeah.
like that before, really, have we? So
Yeah, so, and I think this is sort of great example of the really sort of bold and exciting things that the studio team responsible.
This is quite fun. The thing is, I don't think I'm ever going to really complain about random Grand Cathay stuff. Oh, here we go.
Throw over to Question Corner and see if Simon's got any questions for us.
What have you got
No,
for us?
we don't need Question Corner because a lot of the questions they will not be able to answer because they either won't know the answer or they won't be allowed to. What do we reckon so far then, gang? I'll be honest, that Votann stuff, solid. Solid. Like, I'm loving pretty much all of those. I may come round to the whole floaty ATV thing. I wouldn't put money on it, but everything else looks great. The Tomb King stuff, I feel like that sort of came out of nowhere a bit. The segue for that seemed to be, okay, we've looked at Votann, Tomb Kings, but the models look great. They do look good. So that was what? 3 heroes. 1 named, 2 just standard. Then we had the lanky Ironkin. We had the mortar team. We had the transport ATV, and we had the damage ATV. So technically that is 7 new units. 7 new units for Leagues of Votann. I mean, their current range, I feel like it's... What, that's put it up by a third? It's not quite twice what they had, but I don't think it's
The
that
year of
far
Dawi
off.
has begun.
Oh, Angus, it has of that. It absolutely has. We all know AOS and Necromunda models will win the reveals. They always do. I mean, Votann was a good start. Votann was a good start.
Thank you. So we'll draw a curtain on the old world, but we will go
Oh.
to the Mortal Realms instead.
Mortal Realms.
There's some exciting things.
What have we
for
got?
us to talk
I'm going to
about
have to
here.
turn the volume down because of
And
music.
Let's start with a new battle tome
Oh.
for Death, the Death Grand Alliance. These are the Flesh Eater Courts. Many of you will be familiar with them. These are the
They're easing us in. Alright? That's all they're doing. They're easing us in. Don't worry. I know they've started AOS with Flesh Eater Courts. I know that, and it's just a battle tome. You're probably thinking to yourself, we're not going to get anything else. I think they're easing us in here. That's what I think. That's what I think. Okay? The cope is real. I am huffing the hopium like you wouldn't believe. Thank you very much, Angus, by the way. We did get the random Britonia reveal. Oh!
Belgrin. So, much like the rest of the Flesh Eater Courts, this guy is under an illusion. His particular delusion is that he is a falconer in charge of noble and wise avian creatures, where in fact he is in charge of a swarm of rabid bats.
I fucking love the Flesh Eater Courts. I love them. I love them so much. The High Falconer. It's just a dude in a homeless man's hat with the tattiest cloak you've ever seen, throwing bats at people. Oh my god. What a class. Absolutely, like, A-grade faction. So good. It's so good. The pose is great. The clothes are fantastic. The horrible lanky hair is brilliant. Crackhead Gandalf. The bats look fantastic.
This is a new spearhead, so you can use it straight in games of spearhead, or you can use this to bulk out.
New spearhead. That's good news. That's good news. I still haven't constructed the old spearhead that they have. I still haven't built that. So, yeah. Guess I should probably put that together before this one comes out, so it looks like that I am capable of, in some small way, doing the hobby.
Existing Flesh Eater Courts spearhead. So if
Yeah.
you've got that already, you can add this in, and you've basically got most of an army.
Oh, hell yeah. If I buy that spearhead as well, I've basically got a Flesh Eater Court's army. I've still got Terrageist behind me. I've basically got a whole Flesh Eater Court's army right now. All I have to do is buy the new spearhead. I don't even have to build the old one, and I'll have an army that is all on the sprue. But we'll ignore that. There is a theme. So, Nighthaunt Battletome. Do you think there might be some sort of Soul Blight Gravelords Battletome on the way? Wait, no, have they had theirs? Hang on. No, they haven't had theirs yet, have they? I've only been doing stuff with my Mega Gargants, so I've not been keeping up with really anything else. It's true, Asriel, there's only one part of the hobby, and that's adding to the pile of shame.
Their normal saves are a little bit worse, but you can now bolster them with things like all-out defense, and their ward saves are across the board a 5 up or better, which is pretty solid.
Yeah, perfect.
Soul Blight is done. No, Christ. That passed me by. I'll have to buy it now. Bollocks.
In life, it was something like a poisoner or a maker
Snake
of
oil merchant.
fake
Sorts,
potions and curatives who deceives people and sort of let them down or led them to ruin. And Nagash is able to claim his soul because of his sort of malpractices.
I quite like it. It took me a second, but I quite like it. Also, Tushan, I plan to learn the new edition of AOS at Gen Con. I really misread that, and I don't know why, but my brain just went with at gunpoint, and I was like, alright. So this guy's got a rack of potions he carries with him, and then throw the potions at people. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I don't know what we expected, honestly. It sounds about right. You know? Sounds about right. It does look cool. It is a fun model. It is a fun model. I'm a bit I'm not sure about the hands at the top. I think the hands at the top are a bit much. I don't think they've been integrated particularly interestingly. Oh, that is a catastrophically boring as hell spearhead. No thanks. Pass. Hard pass. I like the Nighthaunt, but that is boring AF. No. Nope.
Yeah, absolutely. Those things were cool, but there's a lot of people here who have been holding onto their hats really patiently, hoping that we maybe, show them something
I think it might be happening.
seen before.
That would certainly be cool.
Well, why don't we start with this?
Okay, this is quite... If there's real comments, that one guy getting shafted right at the end of... Good lord, what is happening? Okay, hang on. Good start. That is mental.
At Curios TV, this is the first time in a while that I have been able to catch one of your live streams. Glad I have the time today. Always love your content.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Right, we better listen to him.
Hashut. These are effectively the reincarnation of the Chaos Dwarf concept for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, an entirely redesigned and brand new army, coming out first in an army set, arriving alongside its new battle tome. The army set also serves as the spearhead force for the Hellsmiths of Hashut. These models are phenomenally cool. The rules are great. The lore is great. I love absolutely everything about them. Let's dive into the miniatures.
I think the first thing I want to say is let's talk about why they are these. When the time of chaos happened in the mortal realms, the Dwarden, they retreated. They survived in their holds, or they took to the skies, or whatever.
Of course they changed the name. They're not going to keep the name. Chaos Dwarves? Come on. There's no chance.
CHORFS, 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 praise AJSHUT.
So, and their whole culture is based.
Thank you very much, Tom. Apologies for Doreen butchering the message.
Large across all of these models. Let's dive into the first thing that appears in this new army set. These are the Infernal Cohort with Hashatite spears. Say that fast if you can.
The mech bull is insane. I'm processing. We'll get to it in a minute.
Indeed. And the first thing to observe is those Hashatite spears. Each of them's got like a glowing orb in it. That contains imprisoned, ground down, reconstituted demon essence, because that's how they roll.
So the demon legions that invaded the various Duardin holds during the Age of Chaos, some of them took over the holds, but where the Hellsmiths of Hashut dwelled, they instead trapped those demon legions.
Okay. The overall look of them is really nice. I like the weapons, although the blades on the spears feel a bit odd. I think because they're really fat is throwing me a little bit. I like the shields. The shields are cool. I was going to say they've got a bull face on them, so I said they're pretty cool instead.
It's a two-for kit. That's like internalism for this kit makes two different types of unit. And so here...
Okay, we've got sword and board options and spear and board options. Yeah, the armour's cool. I like the sort of scaled aspect to them.
That's some kind of man-bear-pig tank.
It is some sort of man-bear-pig tank. Okay, I think, yeah, I quite like them. In a way, I'm a bit thrown off because one of the units I really like from the Forge World range is not this. But, to be fair, they were never just going to bring them back exactly as they were. The swords are cool. Yeah, the swords are cool, the armour's cool. His weapon is a bit silly, but...
It's just so good. Huge hat, great big spikes. He's carrying an enormous warglaive, which is glowing. You see the runes at the top glowing with this sort of eldritch power. The war despots, they have to rule through a mixture of sort of violence and also through just ensuring that everybody around them knows that they are the nastiest, toughest of all of the Hellsmiths. So they are dominant figures.
Yeah, like any Duardin, they couldn't demand the loyalty of their followers unless they were able to lead from the front, basically. So they're not cowardly, but they certainly are diabolical schemers, sort of thing. So they will lead their armies into battle proudly, but certainly not go for a fair fight.
And their whole reason for being as an entire culture is it's just like weaponized greed. They plunder and take from the land and they give nothing back. If they don't want it, they destroy it. They are like cruel in the extreme because that's how...
He has a gun, so that's cool. Apologies for that.
They don't see themselves as corrupted through that.
He looks pretty cool. I'm not convinced on the... I don't know, the T-shaped glaive thing? I'm not convinced on that one, but the helmet is suitably big. He has got an appropriately sized hat, and the horns are very cool. The sheer size of the beard is hilarious. Love that. They've made no attempt to like modernise that.
Centerpiece model, the Dominator engine. It's another kit that makes two things. So here you can see the immolation cannons. This is a enormous metal creation which is animated and powered by this demon energy roiling inside it. Have a look at the sort of brazier in its belly. You can see the demonic eyes peering out as like the demonic souls within a torch.
I love the flames on these things.
I do like this, but I've just realised that part of my... This isn't hitting me as much as I thought it would, purely because of how much I love the old siege engines that they did for Chaos Dwarves, like from Forge World. I've got like... It wasn't expectations necessarily, but I love those old models so much that I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I like it. It's just a little part of me sort of just wanted the old thing back, but that's not how this works, and I know that's not how it works, so it's silly to go in with that idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, I knew not to expect that, but at the same time, I do quite like this. It does look good. It's just nothing like what I thought I was going to see. So it's taking me a minute to adjust. This I really like. This is really fun. Also, I'm drinking cider. Don't worry.
The Chaos Dwarfs were renowned for devastating artillery, particularly that lobbed things far across the battlefield, and that concept has been reimagined for the Mortal Realms with this just beautiful Tormentor Bombard, raw demonic power hurled high into the air to come crashing down upon the enemy. It's deadly in the game.
Yeah, this is the war machine you use if you're being advanced on.
There is a lot of green. I will say, they've like, I think they're leaning very heavily into the idea of chaos, torturing souls thing. Honestly, red and orange and yellow flames would have absolutely made this better. I think in a way the colour scheme is letting it down a little bit.
Brilliant for just like blowing up the enemy's big impressive things, right?
Yeah, so this is a monster killer, right? So where your other war machine is the thing to take out blocks of enemy infantry and kind of massed formations, this is...
I'm okay with I'm okay with these. These look all right, but I think colour scheme is playing a big part of it. Yeah, green is Warpstone. Green is Warpstone, and Chaos Dwarves. I don't think Warpstone. I don't think like chaotic green flame. I think industry, and when I think industry, I think like smelting and molten iron and red and orange glowy, not green glowy.
But that's not it.
There's more.
Why don't we show you some more?
Okay. Alright. Okay, we've got bull centaurs. Got a lad on a big throne. What the actual fuck was that? What? What the hell? What? That properly sums it up. Hellsmiths of Hashut. Hell isn't green. I think that's literally... It sounds so stupid saying it like that, but it's not. Anyway.
Full army offer, basically, of stuff. And we start off with one of the classic units of Warhammer returning. Bull Centaurs have been part of Warhammer for, I think, almost 35 years, something like that.
I remember being charged by these
yes.
when I was like...
Yeah, they shot it outside the bull ring. Quick trip to Birmingham.
This is a heavy cavalry unit. They are basically the experts at riding down enemy forces and crushing them under their hooves. They hit very hard. They're well armored. These are the sort of manifestation of the power of Hashut in kind of form. The Duardin here have kind of warped to be more alike.
I do like these a lot. I mean, yes, they don't have a funny hat, but they have a funny head instead. They've still got the beards. They still have that, like, dwarvish look. But, I don't know, I think these are really, really fun. I think these are decent updates. I would suggest... Are they a bit more cartoony or not? I don't know if they are that much more cartoon. What is happening? I don't know if they are. I don't know if they are that much more cartoony than the older ones, but I don't know. The poses are decent. The weapons look good. The armor looks fantastic. The proportions are really, really good. They do have like chunky legs, but I think that kind of works because there's some girth to this lot. Let's be honest. There's some girth. I really like the helmets on these. They look fantastic. The helmets look great. Very, very fun, that. The shape of the glaive is way better as well. Goofy but menacing. Yeah, that's actually quite a good description, I think.
It sort of breathed into it through these.
Yeah, I love those miniatures. They might be my favourite in the range, those particular sculpts.
They key into that sort of classic imagery that we're used to from before, as does the next unit. He says, seamlessly segueing in. We'll see. So here's some variations, but we have the Infernal Razors. Now, these have got blunderbusses. And if you...
Okay, now... part of me is thinking, if they've got these big old blunderbusses with some big hats, maybe the lads with guns and bayonets with the helmets might be in with an update here as an alternative kit, but probably not. But I've got my fingers crossed just in case. Damn it.
Hell flames. There's not much more explanation particularly required.
Yeah, two really powerful units. The blunderbusses, not much to choose between them really. They both do a great job. The blunderbusses have got a little bit more range on them. The flame hurlers can fire while you're in combat, which is really handy. So even if the enemy manages to reach you, you can still.
It is funny, isn't it, just how much colour makes a difference. The green really makes it feel like Skaven. It's not. I would argue that these look far more better made than Skaven weapons, but this focus on green when half of the Skaven colour scheme is Warpstone green is genuinely a bizarre choice for me. It feels really odd.
Yeah, exactly. But what if you want some chaff to hurl under the the wheels of the enemy, so to speak? Good news. There is a genial relationship.
Got Hobgrots though. Got Hobgrots.
Hobgrots are also really into.
That's genuinely very cool. Also, this lot look like they could just go straight into the Lord of the Rings tabletop game. This feels like a situation where, outside of the fact their armour looks a little bit angular, you borderline wouldn't know that this is from the same faction. You just wouldn't. Which I don't have a complaint about, by the way. The Hobgrots should look different. They are different.
So you can set all your other units up for an amazing round of shooting, or to charge them with bull centaurs or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you will absolutely want some of these in your force. We've obviously seen Hobgrots before in the kind of Cruel Boys force, but these are armoured and equipped by the Hellsmiths themselves. So they've got slightly better armour, maybe than the ones that don't.
None of that sort of eldritch power in the weapons, though, not for these guys.
Oh, no, they don't get to play with any of the cool demon stuff.
So let's look at some of the extra sort of heroes that join the faction. This is the Demon Smith. They are the ones.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And you can see in this model there's some real sort of hints as to who he's obviously a
That is a mad hand.
his hand. He's got his tome. Looks like it's sort of etched in. I don't know what
Like
stone that
in
is.
Obsidian Jade.
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
Like that, isn't it?
With like vile runes. I think his lectern is animated. In a nutshell, they
How
are.
good is that paint scheme, though?
It's
Whoever painted that in the heavy metal team, well done.
Yeah.
Well done,
it's,
guys.
It's just stunning. They fill a particular function because they're the ones that enable all of the sort of the hellsmithing.
Yeah,
they
This guy does look really cool. I'll give him that. It's a very, very fun model. Works super well. Even the smoke/fire, I think, is pretty well done. It's not too overbearing.
Put the power back into them, sort of thing.
Yeah. This kit has another option in it. It also makes an Ashen Elder. We showed you the Anointed Centaurs, who are the ones who guard the holy sites. This is the person doing the rituals inside the holy sites.
That guy's head is gnarly and it looks fantastic. Look at that.
The more they start to become like stone, their skin cracks. If they're very powerful, if they have the right magics available,
You can hold
to
it
them,
at bay a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
But doom is upon them. There's a couple of really interesting things. I like his staff. I'm just going to eulogise about how beautiful it is that the smoke makes it.
The head looks fantastic. The hammer is pretty cool. I like the hammer a fair bit. His overall clothing is very nicely done. A bit busy, but not too bad. There's some nice layering going on with the texture of like the different cloths, and then you've got a bit of armour underneath. Like, that's pretty fun. I like that guy.
Something, or one of the Caradron priests or something,
Yeah.
and then slain them in a sacrifice and blessed the hammer in that blood. So that's why he's the one with the hammer when no other
So
help.
if you're a Fire Slayer player, a Caradron Overlord
they hate
player,
this guy.
like,
Yeah.
pick on this guy the most, right?
The Caradrons and the Fire Slayers.
I suspect I'm going to be putting some of these in Photoshop tomorrow and recolouring the green to red and orange, and then seeing whether I'm a bit more, like, feeling it a bit more. This guy, what the hell?
Back in that ancient time when the Hellsmiths needed to learn to survive, he learned the secrets of this demon smithing from Hashut. He is truly ancient and abominably powerful. You can see how that manifests his the petrification on the back, like deep trenches of like rock starting to form out of his flesh. Horns.
This dude is very close to just being a full statue riding a bronze bull. Not a brazen bull. Important to note.
Very, very cool miniature. It's a 2-for-1 kit as well, which is really cool. It also makes your Demon Smith on Infernal Taurus. There's a bunch of options on this kit as well, which is amazing. So I can't wait to see what painters do with this kit particularly, because it is just asking.
It's pretty solid. I'll give him that. This is a good looking model. It's absolutely insane. Like, it looks mental, but in a very good way. Extremely fun. I love the pose. I love the way the Infernal Taurus is like constructed. Oh, see, that is actually something as well. Like things like the base with all the wood being like singed and burnt away. Oh yeah, that is tasty. That is real tasty. Lads, don't bicker on air. Come on. Again, good lineup. Good lineup there. Oh, nice.
Moving along, you have the Demon Smith and the Ashen Elder. Teeny tiny little hobgrot on the end of the line. Really quite sort of scrawny, just perfect for, subverting to your will and getting through your daily work.
Just for kind of scale purposes, that's the same size, more or less, as the hobgrots that currently exist in the Cruel Boys range, so you get an idea of the size. Much larger, we have the Bull Centaur there. So you can see
God, the Bull Centaur is a chunky as hell lad. Look at that. Good lord. Put one of the lads on the Infernal Taurus down right now, because I want to see the scale of it. Put him down. You better have him. I can see Eddie's reaching over. Alright, okay. Alright. Okay, he is beefy. He's got the girth. I'll give him that. He's got girth. I'm liking the girth there. You know what? That gets a quick...
Go!
I'm liking that. That's good. Come on, big lad, big lad, big lad. Oh, look, that's fine, but I. Okay, that's fine, but. Oh, those are fairly small actually. Oh, member for 12 months. Thank you so much, Master Shaper. Who's ready for a hot white dwarf summer? Forge Fiend replacement? Yep. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yes. Adam, no, put the Hobgrot back. Put the Hobgrot back or one of the Chorfs back. Come on, man, don't take away the smallest model. Put the smallest model back in here so we can get a proper sense of scale.
Doreen says girth, 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 girth.
Thank you very much, J-Bond. That is a girthy boy. That is a girthy boy right there.
Warcry when they release.
Yep.
So keep your eyes peeled on the Warhammer community website. There'll be a free download that lets you try out some of the Hellsmith models in Warcry in your games.
Yeah, so not only will there be a full new army for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, they will also feature as an entire new faction in Warcry as well.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
also...
Yes, it would be nice if we segued seamlessly into the Warhammer Underworlds.
What do you mean? Come on. Okay, we were talking about Warcry, so let's talk about a different game that no one was asking about. I mean, come on. At least they did just say that there's going to be some Warcry stuff. Something.
Yeah, there's a strong rivalry in Mortal Realms between the Hellsmiths, who are all about, like, as we say, trampling nature underfoot, and the Sylvaneth, who are all about protecting nature, and the Kernothi are a particularly kind of warlike aspect of that, following the kind of absent hunter god Kernoth. So they will defend the wild places of the Mortal Realms.
It looks pretty decent. That looks alright.
This is an expansion, as we say, for Emberguard, and you have
I don't think it's actual Kurnoth. I'd be surprised.
bottom left-hand corner.
Can you imagine if he showed up but in Underworld?
Army advancing into the spike, which has suffered a
Sorry, Underworlds.
regrouped with her
Underworlds is good.
warriors, her inner circle,
Like, it's decent.
and she's waiting on reinforcements before she can raise the place to the ground. So
Nope, nothing yet, Alpha. That is a fun warband. Having a single grot lad feels a bit weird, but
You may remember
we've got a good range of weapons.
there was a unit called Throat Cutters, I think it was.
Yeah, I quite like that. That looks alright.
He is basically a homage to
it's really lovely. They've got. They're
It's not beardless. We've got two with beards. That's a 50-50 split on beards. That's a better split than you'll find in the Warhammer 40k content creator community.
There's 3 of them in the kit. They make these Kernothi. The thing to point out with them in terms of like their rules and how they play is that they're very defensive because they're holding what they've got. They're not interested in stealing other people's stuff. They just want to protect their woods. And so while they're in their own area of the board, if you're an Underworld player,
No, yeah, they are defensive. Oh yeah, no, we have Votann right at the start, didn't we? It feels like a lot's happened since then.
but your bonuses are for defensive.
Here's biscuit funds not for plastic.
Thank you very much, Killer Kriegsman. Yeah, we had Votann at the start, didn't we? Christ.
I looked at them too long and I'm really disturbed by the gemstones glowing in their
You don't like the
buttons.
glowing
Yeah,
belly
it's
buttons?
something about it, man.
I dig it. I dig it. I'm here for glowing belly buttons.
So there we go.
Too much information there, Eddie. We don't need to know that you're into glowing belly buttons. We just didn't need to know that. But, you know, you live your truth.
10 years ago this month, we saw the arrival of the Mortal Realms, the birth.
Deer versus bulls. They should have just called it that. They should have just called it Deer versus bulls. That's been a very dwarf heavy stream, hasn't it?
But then they are only movement 4.
Respectively, reminded
Oh yeah, you get a big box of the various warbands. I noticed this the other day because I wanted to buy one warband, and the only way to get it was to buy 4 of them. Because of course.
also synergizes with a particular faction. So this is the Order one, the Seekers in Shadow, and it contains 4 warbands from the Order faction, Grand Alliance, I should say. This is the Death one. These are the Reavers of Ruin, the Chaos warbands, and we've saved my favourite to last because I'm allowed to. The Gits and Goliaths, the Destruction warbands. Each, anybody who plays Warhammer Underworlds will know, each Warhammer Underworlds warband is lovely, right? They're just characterful and they home into a different part of the Mortal Realm setting. And you get 4 in a box. It's delightful. To play with them, you would need to pick up this, which is the Warbands of Spitewood. It contains all the cards and everything that you want. So whether you fancy playing with them in Warhammer Underworlds, seamlessly integrating them with their War Scroll cards into Warhammer Age of Sigmar, or just
Sorry about that, guys.
experiences. There's 16 opportunities in 4 boxes.
There are, every one of those boxes is all killer, no filler. There are some beautiful miniatures in there, including the crab, the Ideneth crab is back.
Perfect. Yeah. So I think we actually are at the end of the Warhammer.
We are now at the end of the Mortal Realms.
It would be a good time to check in on Question Corner and see if there are in fact any questions.
Yeah, there's loads. People are very, very excited to hear about the Hellsmith.
Okay, well, they're going to start asking questions they can't answer again. Julian, how did you guess? How did you guess?
There's a bit of confusion about the Grand Alliance.
I mean, being able to get a crab is important. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing. Being able to get crab, not going to complain about crab. Where's my non-alcohol drink? Here we go. Funny enough, Chaos Dwarves are in the Chaos Grand Alliance. You're shocked about that, I can tell.
No, I mean, you have tusks growing out of your face and horns growing out. And
you're turning to stone.
yeah, I mean, something's got a little bit demonic there. But they would consider themselves...
Where we're going, we don't need Hex Wraiths, Ben.
And they also trade with the various forces of Chaos, so perhaps Chaos Warlords and things would go to their ziggurats and be served with like weapons that they forge in exchange for bounty.
Be crabby in chat if you're crab. Don't be crabby in my chat. You can be crabby in someone else's chat.
Traded with like cruel boys and things like that. But they are Chaos.
Get out, Lil Goth. No. The Year of Chaos isn't a thing. It's not a thing. It was never a thing. I know they are jokingly making it seem like it was maybe a thing, even though it wasn't. But it wasn't. Artie Shard, this is my regular human-sized water bottle. It's totally standard. It's a totally standard-sized bottle. Do you not have one of these? I thought everyone just carried one of these around with them at all times. It's completely standard.
There are less expensive ways to get crabs, if you really want them.
Thank you very much, Angus. It's true. Yeah, it's my 2-litre, 2-litre insulated water bottle.
Several boxes of fantastic plastic kits that make some really interesting additions to your army. On screen now you can see the Whirlwind and Scorpius set. It's 8.
Basically, baby Whirlwinds and Scorpius. There you go. Oh, Vindicators as well. Love it.
I want an even bigger gun though, Adam. I want a bigger gun.
To be fair, this is unwieldy.
Oh, that's it. That's exactly it.
It's an unwieldy bottle. There's no handle or anything. It's just...
It's even bigger and more dangerous than the Vindicator. And you get like a nice guy with a flamer just warming things up and making sure that everything goes.
I mean, they do look good. They do look good. I can't lie. I just feel like the full-scale ones look better. Because they're bigger. And that's the only metric for what makes a tank good.
Maybe there's a Titan squadron that offends you, then you can do a lot worse than the Cerberus heavy tank destroyer squadron. These are firing turbo lasers. That guy's offering you a fist bump.
Okay, sound off in chat. How many of you are excited about the tiny tanks?
Some debate in the office as to whether it's a heavy tank
How many?
or a heavy tank destroyer.
Yeah, exactly. We've had some.
Let us know in the chat which one you think it is.
Do you think it's a heavy tank for destroying or a tank for destroying heavy things?
I'm not, Boris. I am not suggesting that you shouldn't like tiny tanks. This is more a sudden. How many of you are playing LI? Oh, thank you very much, Jordan. Oh, 13 months. What a legend. Oh, Lord. I was like, how many of you are playing? And overwhelmingly, a bunch of you just went, nah, meh, nah. Oh, dear. It was so instant, that response as well. I mean, to be fair, the Mastodon for Legions Imperialis is going to be way easier to put together than the one from Forge World, because that's a whole lot of flat panel resin to have to straighten out. Shelley, for reasons I cannot comprehend, they have never brought Battlefleet Gothic back, even though they absolutely should, because it would sell like hotcakes. Boxes of that would fly out the door. Get it? Because it's spaceships and they fly. But they haven't done it. Don't know why, but they haven't. They should. Right now, though, if you go to my mini factory, you can, in fact, print an insane amount of very Battlefleet Gothic-looking ships. Just throwing it out there. Just saying. If you happen to have access to that sort of thing, which I do.
Kind of compiled a lot of stuff together into a more convenient way of
I've got a good friend who's super into it, and he was asking me about, like, how he gets all of his rules together.
Oh no, don't tell me you've never heard the phrase selling like hotcakes, Harry. I don't know what a hot cake is. Well, no, it's not like... It's not a specific thing, a hot cake. It's just a cake that is hot. Like a freshly baked cake. Oh, here we go.
Before,
We did, yeah. I absolutely love these. So this is the new Mark II Assault Marines. Mark II is kind of one of the more brutal looking of the various different Space Marine armor marks, and these guys have ramped that up even further. You've got some options in this kit for a variety of different weapon options. The coolest of them is the chain axe, which is an optional free upgrade to the chainsword that comes normally with your Assault Marines.
Yeah, and so the kit's loaded with chain axes. It even has heavy chain axes for extra clout. think of them as slightly slower than chain axes, but they have a
Chain
more
swords,
dangerous.
yeah.
Sorry, chain swords, but they have a more dangerous effect. Absolutely. There are points free alternative. So if you buy these, it's just a straight points, no points involved, just a straight kit swap. If you're dying to have that classic chainsword loadout, then there's some good news because you can swap the arms with the ones that are on the Mark 6 Assault Marines, or you can just get them from the upgrade kit. But I think compliance has never looked better than it does with a chain axe.
I actually muted my mic. They look decent. They look good. I mean, they would do the Mark II. Mark II looks solid. I love the jump packs. The jump packs are so good on this mark of armour. I mean, it just looks like two massive jet turbines just strapped to the back of a guy, which is hardcore, and I love it. No complaints. No complaints. The helmets look fantastic. Love the helmets, actually. I don't want to understate it. The helmets are incredible. Also, the chain axes are incredibly brutal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Journal Tactical, which is available to order right now. In fact, all of Saturn are available to order right now.
Oh.
There's a new
Oh.
chapter on the horizon called the Forges of Saturn. And this is really all about Vulcan's gift to his brothers through the Saturnine project. And so it focuses very heavily on all of those suits of
Commercial airliner ass jets. You are a poet.
Things that you can do to your Saturnine miniatures using other kits, mixing kits together to create new units. So this is a really great example. This is a Saturnine command squad. And what you've got here is a unit that's taken bits from the command squad sprues and also some spare bits from someone who's built a...
Okay, so they're explaining the concept of kit bashing, which I'm fairly sure most of you are familiar with already.
The other option that you can have inside this is to make one of your Saturnine Terminators into a Saturnine Centurion.
Look at the paintwork on the Saturnine stuff there. The big white shoulders with the black stripes. Oh Lord. That's tasty. That is tasty. I really like that. I like that a lot. That's a very nice colour scheme. Oh. Can they shrug? Yeah, just don't be near them when they do it, because you will be knocked the fuck out. You can't be near these guys when they perform any sort of upper body movement, because it's game over for you. I mean, I'm not even a big fan of the Saturnine Terminators, which honestly is kind of shocking because I love Terminators, but I'm just... They don't quite do it for me, but that... Oh, okay.
I'm super excited to be able to announce today on behalf of the Black Library that there is a new mega series on the way. This is the Scouring. This is book 1 called Ashes of the Imperium, and this kicks off a multi-book, multi-author mega series set in the ashes of the Imperium. It's a perfect title. The Horus Heresy is ended. The Emperor is mortally wounded, enshrined upon the Golden Throne. The War Master is dead. The forces of the traitor legions are in full retreat. What happens next? So this series begins essentially...
I feel like that is actually probably going to be quite interesting. The only thing I'll say is that at points it felt like the Horus Heresy as a series kind of got away from them a little bit. There are a few books in that series that were just a bit like, alright, sure. But, you know what? I'll start it. I may not finish it, but I'll start it.
Which we're going to see play out over several years. I'm really, really excited by this.
I think you were saying to me earlier on that there's kind of like 3 core themes out there that's being explored through this.
So in a nutshell, and without spoiling anything for those of you who want to enjoy it, I promise you spoiler free. There are 3 principal themes. Theme number 1 is what happens with the legions Astartes, right? They've essentially caused all of this, or their brothers have. They've ruined the work of the Great Crusade. The Imperium is in tatters. What is the place for the Space Marine legions in the wake of this catastrophe? For the traitor legions, the second of these sort of perspectives, the War Master is dead. Their whole purpose for doing this has now failed. The Chaos Gods withdraw some of their power. So suddenly they thought they were onto a good thing.
Dawn's haircut does look a bit weird on him. I don't really know why. I think it's the idea of a Primarch in what looks like battered, bullet-scarred armour, still having time to perfectly style their shock white hair. You know, I think that's probably where some of it stems. It's like, wow, that guy maintains. He maintains. He doesn't just let it go. No. He maintains. He's seen Doctor Who, specifically the David Tennant era, and he sort of wants to go that direction. He's not quite got the hang of it yet, but he is getting there. That's the look of a man who rejects the Codex Astartes. He's getting Super Saiyan. Oh my god. Rogel Dork is such a high school insult that I almost don't want to give you credit for it, but it is quite funny. You know what? At the rate I'm going, I'm not that far off having that pure white down the sides that he's got. I'm not that far off it. You can't tell that much because I shaved my hair the other day. But I'm on my way there. I'm on my way. I reckon probably by the time I hit 40, my hair is going to be completely grey or white. Which actually I think isn't too bad because it started going grey when I was like 20. So it's taken a while, but it is getting there.
Right, this is Vulcan Heston. So this is a model returning that has previously been in metal and resin and is now in plastic. Vulcan Heston is a famed hero of the Salamanders chapter, and his particular mission is to scour the galaxy looking for the relics left by his Primarch, the namesake Vulcan. He wears some of those relics himself. So
I don't like the way he's pronouncing Vulcan Heston. No, I'm not 40. But thank you for telling me that I've aged like shit. It's nice to have that suspicion confirmed. Vulcan, is it really pronounced Vulcan Heston? I thought it was like Vulcan Hestan. Because Vulcan Heston just sounds like that chef, like what's his name? Heston Blumenthal, that guy. Heston just doesn't sound right.
Next up, we have a very iconic and well-known hero returning in a new incarnation. Darnath Lysander, first captain, or captain of the first company, I probably should say, of the Imperial Fists chapter. He's been remade in the sort of new Terminator armor style that we saw for the first time.
Yeah, the same scale as the ones in the recent 140,000.
And he is...
Oh yeah, Charlton Heston's the other one, yep. It should be Hestan, not Heston. Thanks, Nick. Excellent. I'm not going to lie, it's nice to see Lysander back. It's nice to see Lysander back with a helmet. That's nice. I like that.
He is not the only. There are 5 of them all together. So next up we have Kamog Var, a new character.
Okay, this guy's new. We've never seen him before. That is a face only a mother could love. Look at that. Good lord.
Again, a Terminator in the same scale as the recent new
What is that weapon he's got?
really lovely little features on here, really leaning into the kind of Iron Hands lore. You've got lots of
He's presumably going to beat people to death with his Dalek stick.
He's got sort of servo skulls attacked by data tethers, sort of conjuring information. Look at the one on the bottom right hand corner. He looks like he's projecting a Fortress of Redemption.
Yeah, he's got like a little holograph of perhaps a building that they're planning to besiege.
And I think my favourite thing on this model is actually the power maul, which is shaped after a Tetsubo, not a weapon I'm used to seeing, and it just really works on this guy. Sort of straightforward, practical, extremely brutal. Yeah. Next up, and I think for many people this will be the sort of
this one's cool, guys.
The model which fires your imagination. The Raven Guard have a new chapter master.
Absolutely love this guy. So the new chapter master of the Raven Guard. And you might be saying, Eddie, they already have a chapter master. What happened to Shrike? Shrike has led the Raven Guard for some years, but has decided that actually his place is better in the shadows as the captain of stealth assaults, and he has left.
I don't care what you say. I don't care how emo that is or edgy it is. That fucking rules. And if you think that that is an incorrect statement to make, I'm afraid the time has come to tell you that you are fundamentally wrong. Probably about everything you've ever thought. With the helmet on, that is an absolutely insanely good miniature. I mean, I'll be honest, without the helmet, with the long hair or with the hood, I'm not as interested. But with the helmet, that is insane. That is great. Absolutely love it. Slaps. Woo! Ooh, Sabone Khan on a jet, well, grav bike. That is. What is the word I'm looking for? That is the most like brutalist jet bike I've ever seen in my life. That looks class, and I love it. Now I want to know why they can't all have grav bikes. Grav shit is everywhere for Space Marines now. They've got grav all over the shop. When are the White Scars going to get a bunch of grav bikes? I mean, it looks like a fucking cinder block with some piping and a gun sticking out the front, but it is very cool. It is very cool. It's got all the aero efficiency of a brick, but I'm actually okay with it. That is a combat patrol. Thematically, that is pretty solid. I actually really like that. I don't know whether it's any good, whether it would be a good basis for anything, but you know what? You can't say that that isn't on brand for the White Scars. You just can't. The only thing that would make that better is if it, oh no, wait, no, it. I was gonna say is if it contained some heavy intercessors, but it did. Oh my god, the Iron Hands one is even more stupid. It's all just. Hey, I heard you like heavy intercessors, so here's just a box of heavy intercessors. What the hell?
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That was strong. Yeah,
What? That's genuinely very funny to me, and I'm not sure why. The fact that the Iron Hands one is just heavy intercessors.
Either a melter gun or a flamethrower in some way, shape, or form.
I think there's some assault intercessors who maybe.
The Salamanders one is just. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Some new transfers in those kits as well, Adam. I know you were a very big fan of that when we were looking through.
James, they can't pass it off as ancient tech. They just can't. All the Primaris vehicles, apart from the Mario Kart and the bikes, are covered in grav. There just needs to be more. They've opened the gate now. They're just gonna have to let the horses escape.
You can fill your boots. We'll show you those ahead of time so you can sort of plan your purchases and your painting experiences as we get closer to these.
Yeah,
have a look at the models.
Yeah, I've got some of the miniatures right here. We've got some kind of classic stuff, so you can see the scale of them.
That Raven Guard Chapter Master is so good. I mean, it's just great. It's just great. It looks fantastic. It just does. I don't like the hood that much, but the helmets, hell yes. Also, they've put Lysander's dumbass bear head in there, which is a bit disappointing, but whatever. It's not a good bear head. It's not a good one. That honestly, that grav bike, it's literally just a brick. It's just a brick with some metal attached. And the worst thing is, I know it's just a brick with metal attached, and I still think it's pretty cool.
There are so many lovely details on this. I really like the shield. There's some sheaths, there's some extra weapons. There's like, as well as having loads of lovely detail, there's also loads of space if you want to do some like Chigorian freehand or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's going to be up there with the Golden Demons and things, so that people choose the models.
It's exciting to see what people do with it. There we are. Space Marine.
Sure.
Lysander's fine, it's just he's got a stupid face, and he's better with a helmet. That's it.
This one's really exciting for me because I got to help a little bit on the team that have brought this to life. I am over the moon to present the first ever officially licensed wearable Space Marine helmet. This is the Lieutenant Titus Mark 10.
When he was moving around then, when Adam was picking up that helmet and moving it, that really messed up my eyes. Like, that genuinely, the pattern from the, what is it, interpolation or whatever, actually made my eyes glaze over, and I started to get the feeling that I get when I'm about to have a migraine. That is atrocious. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you can buy this now. You can buy this head, helmet, and there you go. God, yeah, it's gonna be so expensive. You can't print your own. Oh, stop moving. Stop moving, you guys. Stop it. Sit still. Sit still.
But inside, can you see the illuminated? A little bit. There's some really great pictures that you
Mate,
later. But
Adam, we can't see shit on this stream. Have you seen what happens when you move your hands? You must be joking.
So the lenses inside illuminate.
I mean, there will be people who absolutely lap that up, and that's absolutely fine. No. Yeah, the stuff that's inside the helmet is the same stuff that you have on a decent bicycle helmet, I feel like.
But I've had this for quite a while and it looks really cool. When can you get your hands on it, I guess is the question.
I don't want to know when you can get your hands on it, but let's hear.
The answer is, when this preview show is done, the pre-orders begin. So you will be able to go to warhammermerch.com and pre-order it. So yeah, I'm just over the moon to see this in the flesh, in real world. Very, very exciting. We're still not done with Warhammer 40,000. We need to go.
Is it just me, or that moment just there? It looked like Eddie was like, yeah, cool. Can we stop talking about the fucking helmet now? He seemed so done. I feel like I'm reading too much into it. It's very hard to get facial expressions when the entire stream is shifting sideways over and over again, but you know. I mean, new Necrons, yes. New Necrons is always a yes.
So, an amazing new box for Kill Team, a new expansion.
Oh, he's woken up again now. There we go.
Kill Zone, some incredible.
Oh, Kill Team. I mean, Kill Team makes sense, doesn't it?
Kill Team 2 World, and you get absolutely loads of
Not Kill Team. Bloody. Oh God, I'm losing my mind. Death Watch. I absolutely just capitulated there.
Like the Into the Dark scenery we saw
Yeah, absolutely.
a little while back, and certainly allows you to play games in that same sort of style. Doesn't replace it necessarily, but allows you to play that kind of close confines, up close battles. Really,
That is the problem I was having. I was like, yeah, it's a Death Watch Kill Team, and then all I could think was Kill Team.
probably where the real excitement is. So if we start off with the Death Watch Kill Team, this is the return of the original Kill Team. The name Kill Team itself comes from the concept of Death Watch, and they have come out with an amazing new range of miniatures. There are 10 of these guys in the box. You can build them in a whole range of different ways, and there are some lovely features. Adam, have you got any favourites from the mix there?
For me, I'm all about the big firepower, right? So, sort of bottom right, you have a Flesh Terrier holding a frag cannon, because that's the best way to greet the Xenos, right? Yeah, you can't really go wrong. I called him out as a flesh terror because I happen to know he is. One of the things that's really striking about this set is that there's loads of different heraldic devices
Yeah,
available.
some quite obscure chapters as well.
Yeah, I mean, so flesh terrors are perhaps not obscure, but they're not necessarily.
That does look good. I mean, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. That's a fun-looking squad. There being 10 of them as well. Hopefully a good amount of variety when it comes to weapons options and the like. Yeah.
We had a fun game earlier on where we tried to guess all the different chapters.
Yeah.
A red scorpion in there as well. You can't quite make him out, but
There's 5 more that you can see here.
Oh my god, they're bringing the Red Scorpions back. The Forge World chapter that no one gave a shit about, but they insisted on making a bunch of kits for anyway. Hell yeah. Love seeing the Red Scorpions come back. All 8 people who are buying that that range are going to be thrilled.
a roster of different warriors, and then you can choose the ones you want before your game starts. You get 10 models.
The new helmet with a shitty t-shirt is £115? Enjoy. If that's your thing, enjoy. I personally will not partake, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who will. And if you want to, obviously, knock yourself out.
In game terms, the Death Watch have got all sorts of specialist Xenos killing kit, but one of their things is effectively in each turning point you can choose one of them to use a special piece of ammunition, and you can basically pick a special rule for that gun to have, so it can be blast or precision or extra AP or something like that. So that a kind of quite long-standing concept of them having the ammunition to do exactly the job you need them to do.
I mean, they do. I mean, yeah. The problem with Death Watch, I always find, is that the extra gubbins makes them infinitely cooler than they otherwise would be. Death Watch always look good, always, without fail. I'm loving the Centipede Necron. I'm 100% in for the Centipede Necron. What a lunatic.
Are ready to now sort of attack the interlopers.
Yeah. And they were just going about their business, waking up all the Necrons, and all of a sudden this very rude kill team of Deathwatch burst into their crypt and decided to start wrecking up the place. So they've had to mobilize against them. It is a very powerful kill team. This is the Canoptek Circle. It is led by a Geomancer, which is a type of Cryptek. That's the model you can see there. She is the leader of the warband, and she definitely kind of is the core of the force, right? So,
and she's big and powerful.
She's
right?
big and powerful. Yeah, she alone can take on it.
My parents told me I could be anything I wanted, so I became a robot centipede. I really like it. I genuinely really like it. It feels a bit silly, but I don't care. It's so... Also, yeah. Hey, look. Don't judge, alright? She knows what she is. Just because she looks like is a robot centipede with additional stabbing claws and a staff the size of a small vehicle. That's fine. Are you going to fucking argue with her? Are you going to go up and be like, I just don't know that I agree? I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't go up and complain about that. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah. Yeah, the lone Necron warrior. They woke up one dude. They woke up one guy. And then the Death Watch came in. And so you've got a bunch of like weird nutters and one warrior. Oh, I really like that. I actually really like it. It's very cool.
And there's like weird portals and
it's
glyphs
just
and all sorts of stuff.
replete
Yeah.
with cool imagery. There's fallen masonry. You can imagine they've been asleep for so long that seismic events, whatever, of course, needs to fall down. Plus, or maybe the wolf spear hitting everything with his hammer. This is going to be just peak Warhammer adventures in a tomb complex. I love it.
And of course, both of these kill teams will be usable in Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
There'll be a way to use your Death Watch.
Evan, get up now. Things are happening. We need you. We need you this instant.
Let's have a look at some of these in the flesh. In particular, it'd be good to get the Geomancer in because that gives a sense of the scale. So my favourite with the frag cannon, but when you put the Geomancer in here, square it off. There we go. So there's some like narrative around the events here, which is quite cool. We were having a read. So when we learned that the Geomancer was in fact a lady.
I really like the Geomancer. I really do. I just love it. She looks great. All the Necrons look fantastic. But I'm a big fan of, you can make yourself whatever you like. So you make yourself a robot centipede. I'm really, really liking that choice. They're not going to talk about the fat scarabs. Apparently not. Apparently they don't want to talk about the fat scarabs. Oh, Sam. 5 months. Amazing. Thank you so much.
We're around the 90-minute mark. I did say it would be a long one, but we've shown you all of our Warhammer.
Around the 90-minute mark, they are literally right on time.
Simon, there's probably a question or three, right?
There's quite a few, yeah.
You know what? This has been a decent one. I mean, what have they shown off? We've had the Votann. Votann looks solid. The Tomb Kings had a couple of good models as well. I actually thought the Chaos Dwarves, I know I will like more when they're not covered in bloody warpstone colours, because that just throws me off, and I know I'll like them more once those are a bit different. Overall, I think it's been pretty solid.
I'm not going to commit. There you go. Show my face as a face of non-committal.
Yeah, the helmet is whatever. But yeah, I feel like this has been a decent one. Did they say there was going to be Necromunda?
I think that's a more comprehensive answer.
Did they?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if they did, that'll be a bit of a shame if it's not.
So the Adeptus Astartes ones we've just seen, and does Superchat have?
He does have a helmet option.
Also, yeah, the various characters for the Space Marines did look good. In order of goodness, Raven Guard, Flying Brick, Lysander with helmet, Iron Hands dude. That's where I'd rate that. The Necrons look fantastic. The Death Watch kill team look fantastic, but then Death Watch always do. Honestly, pretty solid. Pretty solid all round. Oh, that's true, yeah. We were expecting Necromunda stuff, but Necromunda just had a massive expansion to the Palanite range. And we had Horus Heresy. We had the Mark II Marines, which also looked decent. Oh, Joshua. 31 months. What a legend. I didn't realise how much I wanted more characters for chapters I don't even play. I just wish they had a little for the custodians. That would be nice. I suspect there's going to be a full range refresh of some kind for them. So Necromunda wasn't on the list. I couldn't remember whether they were or not. Thank you for checking. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that does make sense. That does make sense. They revealed a bunch of Palanite stuff over the last couple of weeks. So it does make sense that Necromunda wasn't on there.
How many books can we expect?
At least one, because it's got the number 1 on the side of it. I don't want to steal the thunder of any future sort of news from Black Library other than...
They didn't say when Kill Team can be ordered. That'll show up. For a lot of this stuff, I mean, they said it for the helmet. They were like, oh, well, when this is finished, you can pre-order it. But for most of the stuff they show off, it will be a case of it goes up for pre-order when it goes up for pre-order. Anywhere from like a week to I don't know, 8 months down the line. It seems to depend heavily on just when it goes out. Yeah, the Terminators. I really thought there would be more in terms of like maybe some Terminator stuff. Oh, Michael, thank you so much for 20 months. Legendary. Boris, member for 22 months. Incredible. As someone with 7,000 points of white scars, I don't know if I'm happy we got a character or annoyed that it's already being called a flying brick. Look, to be fair, you have heard me say I love it. It looks great. I really, really like it. It just looks like it does look like a flying brick. But it's a very cool, very thematic, very interesting, and very enjoyable flying brick. You know? Is there one last tease?
Right. Thank you, Simon, for asking questions. Thanks to the crew here who've made it all work. Eddie, it's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
We can't wait to see you again next time. Take care.
All right. We can't always have a last tease. To be fair, we can't always have a last tease, but I thought it was worth sticking around just in case. Just in case we got a cheeky
Hey
last
Curie,
minute.
enjoy all the 40k content. Still go back to watch the unit Lost XCOM content every now and then. Alien freaks.
Thank you very, very much, Great Horned Rat. I don't want to think about how long ago the old XCOM stuff was, because I will crumble into dust and pass away. So, you know what? I felt Underworlds was a bit lackluster in the way it was presented, but I think it felt lackluster because it was presented off the back of people are asking about Warcry. Yeah, you'll be able to use the new Chaos Dwarves in Warcry. Also, there's stuff for Underworlds. Like, it felt very odd in the way that it just sort of... It moved into that, but there was no lead up, there was no build. It was just like, oh yeah, and this. You want to know about this, right? And this, of course this. Yeah. I feel like that was, to be fair to them, that was a decent set of reveals. I think they did a pretty good job with that one. There was a lot of interesting stuff. The additions to the Votann, I think, massively worth it. They look really, really good. The Chaos Dwarves are going to take some adjusting to, but I think probably over the weekend, I'm going to try and do it tomorrow. I'm gonna stick a bunch of the pictures into Photoshop, and I'm just gonna change all the fiery, smoky stuff from green to orange and red, and I'm gonna see if that makes a difference. Because I genuinely think it will. I think it will make it look more, I don't know, more appropriate. That's the only way I can think to phrase it. But if I can manage that tomorrow, the only problem is I was going to say I'm looking after my daughters tomorrow, but that makes me sound like I'm a divorced dad, and I'm not. It's just my wife's working, so I've got to look after them. I said that to a friend not that long ago. I was like, oh yeah, I can't do anything this weekend because I'm looking after the kids. And she just went, what happened? And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean what happened? She's like, well, why are you looking after them? I mean, I can't just fucking let him loose out of the house. Oh, yeah, no, it's just work. It's fine. But yeah, if I've got some time, I think we're going to give that a try. Because that might swing me round on a couple of the units that I was like, yeah, they look pretty good. But then, like, shift it up into actually being excited again. Yeah, more Forge-ish. Less, like, supernatural and more traditional smelting and molten and all of that stuff. I think it was an interesting way of doing it. Thank you very much, the Dank Apostle. I don't know why Doreen didn't read that out. I do apologise. Not just a flying brick, it's a fast flying brick. It's true. I mean, that's the thing. A new faction, I don't think I'm ever going to complain about that because it's always something a bit different, something a bit new, you know? Been thinking about it, and I believe they used a lot more unique approaches / loadouts for the Chaos Dwarves in AOS to prevent them from being fully what you see is what you get for the old world, as they have legacy rules there. Honestly, that does make sense. That does make a lot of sense. And I'm not... I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed in terms of I want the Forge World Siege engines back, and that didn't happen, and it probably won't happen again. But at the same time, it would be silly to really expect that, because that's not how they approach stuff. You know, for the most part, outside of Horus Heresy, where they seem to shift things over 1-to-1, for them, like, well, nearly 1-to-1. When it comes to moving things from the old like fantasy franchise into AOS, it's not really something that they tend to do, you know. Thank you very much for joining, Noxim. But yeah, I think overall that was a solid preview, and frankly, the next however many videos we are going to try and chop them all up, get a bit more beyond the initial straight off the bat reactions. Thank you very much for watching, Scooter. I do like doing sort of follow-up videos for this stuff, because there's plenty of people who don't enjoy watching streams, which I totally get. But at the same time, I feel like a little bit of time to sit on them and kind of take the models in a bit more. You notice things that you don't notice when you're just watching the previews, you know? Trains feel like a miss. I think, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think you're right on that one. If there's anything to bring back, surely that would be one of them, but yeah. For the most part, decent. Oh, check out the Heresy article real quick. Okay, we've got the Legions one. The Mark II Legions. Mark II Assault Squad. That one. Wait, there's word bearers? Where? Oh god, the community site has just gone all mangly and horrible. Mark II, okay. Oh, I'm having a look and I can't see any. Am I just off my face? If I scroll across. Oh, the War of Bitter Iron between the Word Bearers and Iron Hands. Part of the Forges of Saturn book. Ooh, interesting. Is everyone trying to get a helmet? Surely not. Surely. Oh yeah, what's the T-shirt that it comes with? Someone said it came with a T-shirt. Also, I saw a question before about like, what did the pirate hat mean? The pirate hat didn't mean anything. They were just putting on hats because Chaos Dwarves wear hats. That's it. That's literally the whole thing. There was nothing to it beyond that. Oh yeah, I see the grey satin on it. Oh, that is tasty. All right, okay, hang on a second. If I go to there we go. That is quite nice. That is quite nice. That colour scheme, bit of grey. Oh, the way they've done the glow as well. I'll be honest, I quite like it. I quite like it. Absolute bollocks to doing all of those runes, though. Nope. That's a hard no. Unless those come on a transfer sheet, absolutely not. I can't remember if they do or not. Do they match up on the thing? I can't tell. Anyway. They do look a bit like old squats. Alright, hang on. Let me have a look at the So if you buy the thing with a helmet, the helmet with a t-shirt, Jesus. I mean, £140 to get it with a helmet. Is that the only way to get it? Can you not buy the helmet by itself? No. Stop telling me that you use cookies. I'm very aware. You don't need to keep telling me. Okay, 140 quid for that, and... What is this helmet? And the most generic t-shirt you could possibly imagine. They've done... I'm not going to lie. This has annoyed me. This has annoyed me. They've done mirrored text for the word ultra, but instead of just mirror it horizontally, they've mirrored it vertically as well, so that it doesn't match the white text at the... Why is the blue text mirrored across both axes? Why? It looks like it should be a reflection, but instead it just looks shit. Whose idea was this? Who does that? Yeah, we're going to make it mirrored, but we're just going to flip it all over the shop so it looks like nothing. What's the point? Why do it that way? At least if you mirror it... oh my god. Dumb. Dumb. Terrible. Bad design. Bad. You just flip it. You're right, little goth, it is. It's just rotated, isn't it? They haven't just flipped it, they've rotated it. But why would you rotate it? Why wouldn't you just have it be a reflection of the upper text? Why would you rotate it instead of just... whatever. Anyway. What a thing to get irritated about. It is annoying, though. It is silly. Like, it just is. I'm sorry. I don't know what else you want me to say. Yeah, just 3D print one. And let's be honest. You can 3D print one for the same quality that you'll buy. Easily. Easily. There's not a chance in hell you wouldn't be able to make a decent one of the same quality or better at home. Okay. There's extra... I think I just saw... Did I see it? The Kill Team box also has extra Necron warriors in it. Ooh. Okay, that's fun. So you get 10 Deathwatch Kill Team members in the box. I'm having a quick read and I can't see where it says that you get extra lads. I'm probably just missing something very, very obvious. Oh, you can actually see them on the picture. So I am missing something obvious. Look at this. Look at this, gang. Look. We've got a warrior there, a warrior there, and there, and there, and there. So what, we got 5 warrior... No, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, so it'll be a full pack of 10. So you get a pack of 10 warriors in here. Interesting. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. You got yourself a squad there. You got a squad. Nathan, I think... Does it say it right below the picture? Does it really? Does it? A full unit of NPO miniatures, in this case 10 Necron Warriors and 3 Scarab Swarms. Well, that's a good look for me, isn't it? Hey, look, we verified. We verified the information. We'll verify the Scarabs as well. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now we know. They're not lying. We counted them in the picture. So there. Good to know. I like to believe they made a unique sculpt for one Necron warrior. I mean, that would show dedication. Oh. I'll be honest, gang, it's still fairly, not unbearably hot in here. It's not as bad as it was earlier, but it was pretty rough, and it is a little bit better, but I would still like to get out of this room and somewhere where it's mildly cooler. Everywhere else in the house should be nicely alright, because I've had the windows open everywhere. But in here, it's still dreadful, because I've been streaming. But if there is anything that anyone would like to get off their chest before we stop, then do. I will say, if we do 5 members right now, I will play the pork clip. Now, this is a rare treat, and it's rare because it only shows up in streams, and the last stream before this one was about 3 months ago. So, you have a chance here to witness something that, frankly, doesn't get shown off very often anymore. And if you're thinking, what's the pork clip? I mean, there's only one way to find out. There's only one way. It doesn't happen any other way, which is just how the world works sometimes. I need time on the Chaos Dwarfs. I don't want to do an immediate judgment. I need to mess about with them in Photoshop, and I need to change the colours, and I need to, like, really go through them again. But oh my god. Okay. You really went for it, didn't you? Welcome in, Jojo Josborne. Thank you very much for becoming an acolyte. And thank you so much, Papaya Pariah. And thank you so much, Angus McFarlane, for the 5 gifted... Oh my god, Joshua, thank you so much for the 5... Do you want... Okay, are we doing 3 run-throughs of the pork clip? Those of you who have received a gifted membership, please do say a big thank you to those who have gifted them. Thank you very much, guys. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that to be quite that level of reaction. I've ignored several people rejoining. It's true, I do owe some full moons and girth gangs, but when it comes to the reveal streams, I don't want to spam the shit out of them, because then we miss what people have actually joined to watch. Because then it's like, oh well, I did try and watch Kiriath's preview stream, but all he did was spam the shit out of 2 1-second clips for an hour, and so I'm never going to watch again. So I tried to be a bit more considerate with those. Okay, Papaya Prior wants some pork. Thank you very much, Julian. Yes, good luck to you as well. The 6 weeks, it's going to be a challenge, but we can get through it. One way or another, we will get through it. Okay, we've already had a girth gang. Let's start with a full moon. Full moon! It's so shit. Let's do another girth gang. Girth gang! I mean, it's still pretty shit, but it's not quite as shit as the other one. And then, I mean, we've got to do pork. We have to do pork. There's no other way around it at this point. We have to do pork. Pork stream!
Got what it takes, my gang. Got butchers round. Got roast rogue for lunch. Got plenty of taste, Orlock pork. Real value for credits. Skinner's got plenty. Cutter's got plenty. We all have plenty. Plenty to go around. Rourke's wife. It's got what it takes. Corpse grinder pork. What's it got? It's got Orlock. Got Rourke for lunch on Sunday.
Now, for those of you who haven't seen the original of that clip, the Necromunda version isn't even that, like, outlandish compared to what the original clip was. It's not even that different. It's a bit different, but a lot of it is the same. So just for those of you who haven't seen it, because I just love any chance I get to show this original clip off. This is a real advert. An actual real advert that played on British televisions. The bits where I'm like, my wife's got what it takes. I haven't made that up. It's just part of the original fucking advert, so it's so good.
Got what it takes, my wife. Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British folk. Real value for money. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. We've all got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes. British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot. Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
It's so deranged. It's absolutely mental. Oh dear. Oh god. It still makes me laugh. I've watched that clip. I've watched that advert. Like, you would not believe how many times I've watched that advert. It makes me laugh every single time without fail. Like, every time without fail. It's just, it goes in so weird with the like, my wife's got what it takes. What do you mean? What do you mean your wife has got what it takes? Just straight off the bat. There's no, it's just like, oh, it's so weird. It's so scary and weird. Yes, the gaze, his expression is serial killer-esque. The tone of voice is batshit insane from the off. And he's staring, he's not staring at the camera. This is the thing, Adam. He's not staring at the camera. He's staring at you. He can see your eyes through the lens. He's locking eyes with you, the viewer. And he wants you to know that his wife's got what it takes. It's so good. It's so good. I always find myself like not knowing whether it's like a comedy short film or whether it's a short horror film. I just don't know which way it swings. But I suspect actually it angles heavier towards horror than comedy. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, Idiotic Synergy was like, if I write you a script, do you want to re-record that advert and then I'll put it, and then he put it to the original footage. So that's what the pork clip is for for when we get 5 members gifted. Oh, Dunro, welcome back in. Lovely. Lovely to see you. Yeah, he's got what it takes. He's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. Plenty to go around. It's just the tone. It's so good. I've actively copied his tone of voice and his way of speaking for villains in D&D because it's that deranged and it's that weird. It's the best. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, we also don't know where the pork came from other than it's British. It's entirely likely that the pork is his ex-wife. They're all just, calmly chewing away because they don't want to be next Sunday's roast pork, Oh boy. What a fucking advert. Are you all going to go out and eat pork on Sunday? Here's a question. Are you going to go out and eat pork on Sunday? Because if the answer's yes, then for all that we might take the piss, the advert works. That's all I'm saying. If you're sitting there going, you know what, I could go for some pork. Guess what? It turns out that advert infinitely more effective than you might have thought it was. We're not even talking about Warhammer anymore. This has just become advocating for an 80s pork advert. It's true, there was plenty to go round. It's the Ramsay Bolton of advertising. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh god, you know what? I'm playing it one more time. I need to go and I need to go to the loo, and I could do with something to eat. But I'm playing it one more time. I can't help
Got
myself.
what it takes, my wife. Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British folk.
Plenty of
Real
taste.
value for money. Fred's got plenty. Well, Arthur's got plenty. We've all got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes.
British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot.
Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
Look, do you want pork for lunch on Sunday? That's the question he's asking. Okay? Oh, man. What a classic. What an absolute classic. I am now remembering that it feels like 90% of these streams devolve into watching that advert. I've got such an unhealthy obsession with it because it makes me laugh so much. They all look petrified. Poor Fred and Arthur have been eating pork every Sunday. Every Sunday. They can't even refuse it. How do you refuse the pork when they know that, you know, Fred's got plenty, Arthur's got plenty, plenty to go around? Do you dare refuse my pork? Are you going to look me in the face and tell me you don't want my pork? My wife's cooked that pork. You'll eat that pork. You could infinitely extend that advert, and it would only get better if you did. It's true. It's specifically British pork. It has to be British pork. Can you imagine suggesting to that guy that you try something that is not British pork? Oh, do you want to try some French pork? Dead. Dead in seconds. You'll be the pork. You will 100% be next week's pork if you suggest eating anything other than good British pork. Refuse the pork. You get the fork. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. That, I want that to be a t-shirt, but no one would understand why it's available. You know what, SK? I'm going to copy paste that into a notepad file, and if on Monday you see a shirt that is just plain white text that just says refuse the pork, you get the fork. Well, you'll know that you've done a good thing there. Oh, I vaguely recognise the vernacular. Vaguely. I'm going to have to go away and look that up, probably. Now I want to know who that guy is. Like, could we get away with a t-shirt with that guy's face on it that just says, refuse the pork, get the fork? I'm assuming we can't do that. There's no way. There's no way. That's got to be a copyright issue, right? Now I want to know if he's still alive. What? British pork advert. Actor. Okay. Actor Anthony Dutton. Oh, mind you, this says this is AI that said that, so this could turn out to be absolute bollocks. Let's find out. Oh, Anthony Dutton was a former cricketer. Oh, no way, he's from near me. No, that's not the right guy. That isn't the right guy. Is he still alive? I didn't mean to seem so excited. I didn't mean to seem so excited. I wasn't trying to be excited about the fact that apparently he died 12 years ago. I'm not like glad he's gone. But I don't know why, but that really shocked me. That really shocked me that he's gone. I can't believe it. I would have thought that he would live forever. Through pure force of will. Through just like... He has a mission on this earth, and it is to ensure that you eat British pork. And he will not die until everyone is eating British pork. He does. He lives forever in the fact that every time I stream we play that goddamn advert. Question is it a fitting tribute to have him live forever with his face on a t-shirt with the words "refuse the pork, get the fork"? I don't know. I'm not sure I'd want to make that call for him, but at the same time, I do really want to do it. I do. Oh, he's in Coronation Street. Oh my god. Welsh pork? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, look out, Toast. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Nope. This is true. I'm asking you lot as though you're going to say, no, that would be highly disrespectful. You're not going to say that. You're going to say, yes, do it, because we want that t-shirt. So there's really no point me asking you, is there? Welsh beef is nice. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Papaya Pariah. It's extremely unlikely that it would ever happen, where you'd just be wandering around and, like, bump into a member of his family. But if you did, it would be... It wouldn't be good, you know? I don't think that would be a fun and jolly experience. Like, it would weirdly be a t-shirt to only wear to very specific occasions. But I don't know what occasion that would be. I don't know what occasion it would be where that would be an acceptable thing. I mean, I guess just Warhammer tournaments. But even then, the vast majority of people would just be like, what the fuck is that t-shirt? I suppose the only way that you could get away with it if you were wearing that t-shirt, oh Jesus, would be to be like, okay, I know this looks bad, but you have to understand, I'm a massive fan of your dad's work. And when I say, I don't know why I've assumed it's his son or daughter, but I'm a massive fan of his work. And when I say his work, I mean specifically that one British pork advert from 1984. I love it. It's the best thing I've ever seen. But then, do you just sound like you're taking the piss? Is that what it sounds like? Because I feel like at that point, it sounds like you're taking the piss. You know? At that point, it's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Because you're wearing a t-shirt with my granddad's face on it that says refuse the pork, get the fork, and you're trying to persuade me that actually it's a good thing. I don't know. I just don't know. It's very difficult to judge. But at the same time, I really want to make that t-shirt. I really want to make it. Where have you DM'd me, Lil Goth? What platform? Oh my god. The thing is, the more we're talking about it, the more I want to do it. And that is the problem. That is the problem. That is a problem with me. Hello, Whitey. How are you doing? Wait. Have you? I can't see it. Oh, man. Do it with Lord Kitchener. What, just change the person on the front? That feels, for some reason, equally weird. Oh, there we go. Wait, so... Wait, is it a different guy? Wait, so it's not the guy that I thought it was. I thought it was Anthony Dutton. Is it not Anthony Dutton and it's this other dude instead? So I've been looking at the... Have I been looking at the wrong fella? No way. Wait, it's getting like, this is getting more complicated. This is getting more complicated. I think this guy is doing a jokey thing. Oh, but it does look like him. Or is that just a weird name? I don't know. So the guy that I thought it was is a guy called Anthony Dutton, but there's a dude on YouTube who's done several versions of the British pork advert. And it does look kind of like him. I think this is a different guy. I think this is like a comedian guy. I could be wrong though. Oh, no, this is getting like... This is getting like weird. Okay, I'm going to have to look into this. The pork law is unfolding. It's unfolding. It really is. He's done so many of these pork... Like, gang, this is mental. This is mad. If this isn't the guy, he's absolutely going for it with talking about the British pork advert. He's properly... Oh, bollocks. Hang on. Nope. I mean, to be fair, he's called Mr. Joe Gooch. I don't think this is the original fella. Because he's called Mr. Joe Gooch. But look at the number of pork advert things he's done. There's so... Barbie pork advert. A Brexit version. There's just so much... There's so much pork advert stuff. I think he's just very good at impressions, and I think this Anthony Dutton fella is the original. I think it's the original is Anthony Dutton. Molly, what do you mean? Molly, did you were you gone for a minute whilst we were watching the British pork advert? Were you actually genuinely not here when we looked at the advert again? I think, yeah, he's too young. I think he's just doing an impersonation of it. Molly, okay, well, I mean, I guess we'll just have to watch the British pork advert again, won't we? We'll just have to watch it again, so Molly knows what we're talking about. There's just
Got what it takes,
we'll
my
have
wife.
to watch it again.
Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British pork. Real value for money. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. We've all got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes.
British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot.
Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
There you go. That's the British pork advert. So that's what we were talking about. And now, through a series of events that I don't really know how to process, the general consensus is that we want... The general consensus is that we want a T-shirt with his face on it that says refuse the pork, you get the fork, which I really want to do, but now I have a moral quandary as to I just don't know that that's a good idea, you know? To be fair, that's from 1984. I mean, I say to be fair. What do you mean to be fair? To be fair. To be fair, it's really fucking weird, but it was a while ago. Like, I mean, it's still very odd. I will agree, Lilgoth, it is absolutely bizarre that person has based their entire channel around that pork advert. That is mental. I don't understand what happened there. Although, I'm judging him like it's a bad thing and like it's a stupid thing to do. And we have spent literally half an hour just talking about the British pork advert. So I can't really take a position of moral superiority because I'm doing it too. Are we just going to do it? Alright, okay. I mean, I literally can't do it this instant. But over the weekend, I will make a t-shirt with his face on it that says, refuse the pork, you get the fork. And then on Monday or something, we'll do like, next week we'll do like a launch stream for it. I don't know what it's going to comprise of, because really that's the whole joke. But, I guess that's just where we are right now. As a channel. As a community, we have stumbled through the darkness and we have found pork. We are following the pork at the end of the tunnel. So, yeah, pork chop instead with a chaos star on it. I mean, I quite like that as well. Oh, bless you, Kyle, for joining the gang during one of the most absurd parts of any stream we've ever done. Oh, Lord. I am absolutely astonished, like genuinely amazed, that 400 of you are still here when all we've done is talk about pork for half an hour. That is mind-blowing to me. That is absolutely mind-blowing. You know what, let's have a quick... Go! Yeah, Andrew, it's sinister. It's a very sinister advert. It's also very unclear as to what it is that his wife has. Like, we know that she has what it takes, but what specific... Is it the cooking of the pork? Is it the carving of the pork? Is it? I believe... Okay. I think we can expand upon the lore to some degree here. At no point is it stated precisely who the supplier of this British pork is. I think when he says, "My wife's got what it takes," what he means is that his wife hunted down and slaughtered the pig. She didn't just cook it. She didn't just carve it. She didn't just serve it. Oh no. His wife is a certified pig hunter. A master of all the pork arts. Alternatively, and we have discussed this before, because this isn't the first time this has come up, stupid though it is, what if she literally has what it takes? Like, he goes, "My wife's got what it takes," and he does the wink. Right? He does the wink. He's feral in a sundress. Jesus Christ. His wife has the pork because she is the pork. That lovely joint that they're serving, that didn't come from a pig. If you look at the size of that woman, Like, I mean, look, let's be real here. Let's be honest. Look, right. Look at this. If we just scrub through, they're all enjoying the meal. Yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Now, let's get a good look at that joint, right? Let's get a good look at it. Very healthy sized joint. That's a nice joint of pork. Good bit of crackling on it. Now let's look at the woman. No, that's Fred. That's Arthur's here in a minute. There she is. Okay. Now you are not telling me that her leg, the upper thigh, right? That would be the absolute perfect size for that roast. That joint of pork, I reckon if you put them together, the upper thigh and that joint, exactly the same diameter. When he says that his wife has got what it takes, she's literally got what it takes. She has what it takes to create a delicious Sunday pork roast. She's serving that pork from herself. She's one leg down, but she's done it. Look at that. Look how pasty and white it is. Look how untouched by the sun that meat is. I mean, that's a British person's complexion, and we know it. You're absolutely right. Everyone else is smart. These two are absolutely loving the pork. Look at him. He can't get enough of it. He cannot get enough of the pork. Fred? Oh, whale of a time. Look at that face. He is absolutely wolfing down that pork. But then, you look at the woman. That isn't a face of enjoyment. That isn't a face of someone who is appreciating a good meal. That's the face of fear. That's what that is. That is the face of fear. That is knowing that you are about to tuck into 3 slices of perfectly cooked upper thigh. I think that's the key. I think that's the key behind all of this. She's a hostage to this man. She's a hostage. She is unable to escape. She's just going to be consumed. One leg at a time. Until there's nothing left. Put her on the back of the shirt. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh wow. Oh god. Holy shit. So his face on the front with refuse the pork, you get the fork, and her miserable face on the back of the shirt. He's got what it takes underneath. We could be on to a real money maker here. Oh my god. Oh, double the chances of the shirt offending someone. Oh my god. That is excellent. That is... Oh. Oh, I'm getting really warm again now. Right. I mean, I feel like I've got to now. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. God, all of this because generous people gifted 5 memberships. I am going to go now. I'm so hot. It's unreal. Also, the preview stream finished an hour ago, and all we've done is talk about fucking pork. So, I'm going to go and cool down and get something to eat, because I'm also starving, because it's 9:30. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Honestly, the next live stream we do will be the launch of the pork t-shirt, because I'm hard committed now. There's just no way. There's no way it's not happening. Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. So it's going to be a thing. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, Tom, honestly, I wasn't expecting that kind of reaction to that. I was like, well, if we get 5, then we'll do the pork thing. And I mean, I feel like it's been an appropriate sort of exchange in a way. 15 has resulted in close to an hour of pork chat. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. If you're in the UK, I hope that it cools down for all of us. But yeah, that was a decent preview. It was a good time. I've really enjoyed it. I will try and get back to doing it more once I've worked out why the internet crashes so often, although it didn't tonight, so that is a positive. That's a plus. I'm really happy about that because I was worried about it. But it all worked out in the end, and we've got pork. We've got plenty. I've got plenty. You've got plenty. Plenty to go round. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you for the next one.